when you turn it over 5 times, it's really going to be a disadvantage because there's a lot more possessions for the opposing team.
Well, that should be an interesting game. I think that game may be a little closer than what we think it's going to be, but good luck to the Red Hawks. Siegel has a 4-0 start, as the best since the 2012 season when the Stars reached the state semifinals. The Commandos blew out Hunters Lane last week 61-0 as quarterback Mason Baker threw 5 TD passes and rushed for 2 more. Scary game for the Siegel Stars tonight.
Yes, it is. I mean, they're playing a good team that's solid year after year after year. It's a team that runs the wing T, similar to what Oakland runs. And they've been running it for years. So it's going to be a test for them. And this is the test they really need before they get back into the tough part of their schedule in the region.
Well, it's homecoming night at Eagleville tonight. Eagleville had back-to-back shutouts before falling in consecutive league games. Hunland has lost just 3 close defensive games by a combined 55-33. So Hunland coming in 0-3. Eagleville 2-2, 0-2 in region play. But it is Eagleville's homecoming tonight, and it's going to be a huge crowd tonight at Eagleville.
Right. It should be a fun time in a small town. If the whole community is involved in it, and there's not, that's a great feeling for the kids. Just don't get too excited. This is always, the coach always worries about the homecoming or the special event type activities. If the boys will get too much involved in it and not keep their mind on the game.
Well, the Webb School will be facing MTCS. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes tonight. 0-4 against 4-0 Cougars. The third-ranked Cougars have routed 3 consecutive opponents after a Week 1 scare versus Columbia Academy. Eli Wilson's been everything, 707 yards, 13 touchdowns, and the Feet are allowing 45 points a game this season.
Well, this is probably what we would call the book it game if you were betting for all the teams tonight. Maybe.
Ooh, Rod using a technical gambling term. Okay, yeah.
Don't put that on my list.
Okay, all right. But Eli Wilson is just something else, isn't he?
Yes, he is. 3 years of it, and, I guess he will not be here next year. But quite an athlete. And
our last game we're going to talk about, of course, is this one. And we've already talked about Blackman, an interesting team, 1-3 start. They played some games on the road. They've had a pretty tough schedule. They defeated Summit 28-27 last week. A big win for Matt Kreisky. And Blackman's offense has steadily improved each week. And second-ranked Oakland breezed past Antioch 49-0 behind 3 rushing TDs from Ashton Jones. Oakland has won 54 straight region games and 66 straight home games under Coach Kevin Creasy. Will it be 67 tonight here at home?
Yes, both teams, Blackman's up and coming in their offense. They got both their running game going, especially behind Caleb Perkins. He's had over 100 yards in a couple of the games. And Carter Gregory, the quarterback, is really starting to come around. Really had a nice game last week against Summit. But then you got Oakland. They got Thunder and Lightning with Jones and Morris. One the power runner and the other one the speed runner, Patrick Freeman. Here he is, a sophomore, all of a sudden thrown in as a starter when the starter got hurt. And he's done nothing but like 12 for 16, 140 yards, 75% of his pass completions.
Yeah, that's not too bad, is it?
No, it isn't.
No, but that's what Oakland does. They seem to always find a plug if there's a problem. And we're going to be here to give you that game. Brian will be joining us in a few minutes. And this is going to wrap up the Rick's Barbecue Roundup. When we come back, we'll check the forecast and get you ready for tonight's game as the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family, and that's the kind of service you want when it comes to your pharmacist. If you haven't checked out our gift shop at Mills, stop by today.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We'd love to have you.
Mills also has a medication compounding service for you and even your beloved pets. Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
Over 100 crispy Old World pepperoni.
Cheesy crust edge.
This Fanceroni pepperoni from Little Caesars is fancy.
Am I fancy enough for the Fanceroni? I'm wearing cargo shorts.
But Tim, me too. Fancy isn't measured by your inseam. Because if you are what you eat, then we're all feeling mighty fancy today. Yeah!
Try the Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperoni.
In Murfreesboro on Memorial, Warrior Drive, South Church, and Old Fort.
Pizza.
Hi, this is Dan at Music World and Drummers Den. Well, it turns out we have keyboards as well. We have Yamaha, we have beginner models up to ones that look good in your living room like furniture, and all points in between, traveling musician, synthesizers and pianos. Well, what about drums? Do we have drums? We are Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, across from Indian Hills Golf Course.
At State Farm, when home and auto works as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris. Give me a call at 615-893-1417, and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
I'm Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about the significant rate decrease we're experiencing now. Let me compare coverage and possibly save you hundreds on your home and auto. Call me at 615-895-2700.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Back with you here on the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff. 79 degrees here at game time, 10 minutes away or so. And let's go with Ray Miller and check on our forecast.
Thanks, John. Looks like another great night for football with partly cloudy skies, temperatures falling back into the upper 70s around kickoff, and by the end of the game, we'll see temperatures in the upper 60s. Winds will be light throughout the evening out of the northeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Cloud cover gradually increasing through the evening, but we should stay dry. I'm WGNS weatherology meteorologist Ray Miller with your Fans Heating and Air forecast, your Rutherford County heating and air experts since 1966.
I got to be honest. I got a little fan going, air conditioner going on. I'm getting a little chilly. I might have to get a jacket. Time for our keys to the game, brought to you by Raven Insurance, and we're going to talk to Brian Barrett with that.
Time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna. Auto, home, business, and life insurance since 1973.
Brian Barrett joining us here on our Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff. Our keys to the game, Brian, I'm going to give you the keys to Oakland, and then I go with Rod with the keys to the game for the Blackman Blaze.
Well, Rod got the hard pick there because it's anytime you're playing Oakland the way they have been the last few years, it's an uphill climb no matter who you are. And for a young Blackman team, I think it's going to be tough. So if Blackman gets the ball, or Oakland gets the ball first and scores, they could offense get out there pretty quick time after time, and it's going to be up to the Blackman defense to try to hold off these the running attack of Jones and Morris, I think.
I think sometimes people too, Brian, Oakland loses a game on the road against the number 3 ranked or number 2 ranked team in the country.
It's like it's the end of the world.
And it's like, what happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
And they get their quarterback hurt. Patrick Freeman has stepped in, done a great job. And I think with the quarterback for Oakland, Brian, the big thing there is don't lose the game. Just manage the game for the Patriots.
Well, Patrick Freeman, John, is managing the game well, I think. He is 24 of 32 passing for 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and had a big 84-yard pass. He's just a sophomore. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. We saw him play baseball last year, really good athlete. So I think Oakland's in pretty good shape. He's young, he's a sophomore, but he's thrown into the fire now.
And Rod, Blackman Blaze, I tell you what, they seem to get better. Matt Kreisky has got them disciplined. They are playing good football. They still have a tendency to turn the ball over a little bit. Carter Gregory, though, is much improved in the last few weeks, and that's a good sign. Regardless of this game tonight, I think they're on the right direction.
Well, number one, they're getting a balanced attack. That makes a difference. Each one will set up the other. Great improvement, really, on the quarterback from the first 2 weeks until now. But big pressure is going to be on the defense. You're going to have to defend, the run, the pass, but you're going to have to defend the kickoff. You're going to have to defend the punt, the field goal attempts, all special areas, because Oakland will burn you, and those are the type of things that really a lot of times separate them from the opposing team, and next thing you know, the game's running away from you.
And that's a look at your keys to the game, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance. And now it's time to look at our players to watch, and we turn over to Brian Baird, who's also going to do our play-by-play story as well.
All right, and looks like we're going to have the national anthem here.
Certainly
so
is.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with your players to watch.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony, then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do, but your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more that never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Does being a caregiver for your loved one wear you out? Then Arosa Care is here to help. Arosa has an experienced team of caregivers and licensed care managers who help families make educated decisions regarding the aging process. This is Erin Keogh Rankin. Let me help you. Call us at 615-848-6774 or find us at arosacare.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Now we continue with those players to watch here on the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff. Here's Brian.
All right, John, and let's take a look at them.
Time now for your players to watch. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, along with JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates.
Well, let's start with the visiting Blackman Blaze. Carter Gregory, senior quarterback, going to get the start tonight. Had 300 yards passing last week, over 300 yards in their victory, their first one of the season. Caden Perkins will be a 5'6", 155-pound senior in the backfield, along with Ian Carruthers, another senior, Donovan Holloway. Alex Bigelow could get some time back there as well. Wide receiver, of course, Perkins, Anthony Collier, Ethan Carson, and Burrow Bomsen is your kicker. The punter is Johnson. To the Oakland Patriots, Patrick Freeman, the sophomore quarterback, coming into the season, the second string. We gave you his stats. He's passed for 365 yards and 3 TDs, just 2 interceptions. Ashton Jones in the backfield. Oakland's got a big 1-2 punch and got another talented sophomore as well. Ashton Jones, 519 yards on the season, 389 for DeJuan Morris. He is a junior. And wide receivers, you'll have Morris along with Bronson Crisp, Elijah King, Chase Bandy, all with multiple catches. And Morris, 2 TDs, 1 TD for King and Bandy. Your kicker is Jacob Taylor, 1 for 2 in field goals this year, all between 30 and 40 yards. 5 punts, averaging 46 yards per punt. And this is a key stat right here as we wind up. Out of 23 kickoffs, 17 have been touchbacks.
Wow. That's a look at your players to watch. Brian Barrett with you here, and he'll be doing the play-by-play in just a moment. Want to remind you tonight, we'll also have Dr. Automotive reports from Danny Brewer at Laverne or at Smyrna with the Laverne-Smyrna game, and I think Clark Blair will be doing one or two reports from Riverdale tonight as we try to give you complete coverage. That is a look at the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the Law Offices of John Day. Kickoff is next here on News Radio WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Stay with us.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. brothers, Danny and Randy Brewer, have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here, and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutoRepair.com, 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
If you have ever dreamed of relaxing by your very own koi pond, we can make that happen at Animal City. We carry a variety of products and livestock to make your dream come true. Hi, this is Amanda from Animal City. Be sure to check out our downstairs level, complete with indoor pond and tons of furry cute critters. Animal City, your family-owned and operated pet store for 33 years. You can find us at Animal City at 919 Northwest Broad.
When Rutherford Countyans think of insurance professionals, they think Rayburn Insurance Agency at 200 South Lowry in Smyrna, meeting the needs of thousands of customers since 1973. You can trust Rayburn Insurance with all your needs, a place where customer service really matters. It's personal with Rayburn Insurance, as fans of local sports, as friends, and as insurance professionals. Check them out at rayburn.net or call 615-459-4145. Rayburn Insurance, for business, auto, home, and life insurance.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Tyler B kicking.
Tyler B, I like that. Oakland has had some success this season. They've got a lot of speed. So we'll see what happens here. This is a kick on the ground, going to be picked up by the Patriots and wrapped up around the 34-yard line is the Patriot returner, and that is Chase Bandy. Didn't see his number right off the bat.
Our first look at the Patriots tonight, and anxious to see DeJuan Morris and the gang, Ashton Jones and Patrick Freeman at quarterback here.
Well, Freeman's going to work, looks like, from under center this time. 2 wideouts here to the near side. The handoff is to Ashton Jones, and Jones going to be pushed back. Going to lose a yard, 2 yards. Make that 3 yards, maybe 4. They keep walking. Wilkerson, I think the sideline guy, yeah, he didn't know where it was at. I thought that was way off, but he kept moving.
Good pressure up front there. I mean, just really a good push by the Blackman defensive line.
Bandy is going to come out here as a wideout, and I think they've got it now, a clock problem. We've run one play, and the clock didn't start. So those things happen. It seems, John, as we get these scoreboards and stuff more sophisticated, the more time we have remote problems.
That's technology for you. I've tried to tell you that for years. In fact, we attempted some tonight.
Yep.
Do we really know, though, that was the problem? I don't think so.
Probably not.
We had a little popping earlier.
Yeah. That always happens.
We thought it was Rod eating jalapeno peppers, but it wasn't.
And I'm just so happy that I was able to fix your LCD board or whatever they call it.
That was freaking me out big time. I didn't have it on what? What did I not do?
It was on lock.
Lock.
And so you
I wonder how that happened.
You can lock it and keep whatever's on there.
Okay, whatever. It's technology.
That's not technology. That's those little pads
that kids
that kids play with. That's kind of what got me interested in that. But it is pretty handy for this.
Beautiful night for football tonight. We said 79 degrees to start. I think next couple of weeks it's going to be a little warmer, back to maybe more normal what we're used to in September.
I heard some mid-80s in the forecast for next week. But after next week, let's see, it's 2 weeks now before fall break. So only got 2 weeks before we get a lot of things going.
It's amazing, though, how we've played, 5 games?
This is number 5.
And this is the first region contest for a lot of them, almost all of them. And it's just crazy.
Yes.
And they'll play them right in a row, and boom, it's over.
Siegel was the only one that started the region schedule earlier. They played Coffee County, rather. But tonight they're non-region, so they're the only one that is non-region. They're playing at Hendersonville tonight. So I guess I can kind of give you the schedule as they continue. They've actually brought the official up into the press box to run it from here. Riverdale is hosting Rockvale, and Clark Blair is going to have some reports and give us scores and such. Laverne is at Smyrna tonight, and Danny Brewer will have that live reporting at halftime and post-game. Going to get some scores out of Siegel, Hendersonville, and Stewart's Creek will take on Cane Ridge at home. Eagles at home for homecoming with Huntland. MTCS hosting Webb. Should be a bloodbath, and PCA over at MTSU playing Grundy County. So that's the full schedule on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. No scores yet. And ready for the first play. They've taken 10 seconds off the clock. Make that the second play. The first is going to be officially a no gain. Little flip pass to the man in motion. And I believe that was Gregory who was in motion. No, it was not. It was Morris. Picked up 4 yards. McGaffey on the tackle. That was DeJuan Morris. 31 carries, 389 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's averaging 12.2 yards per carry and 95 yards per game this season, and is also a big threat out there at wide receiver. 14 catches, 149 yards, and 2 TDs. Ball from the left hash on 3rd down. Back to pass is Freeman. Comes here to the near side, and wide open is Tutt. And Tutt to the 45, 40, 30, 20. Oh, tripped up right at the last second by Blackman's number 15, Trey McGaffey. I do believe that must be Tutt, number 1, not number 3, Rod, because we don't have an Oakland 1. May have to try to figure that out. But a long run for the Patriots, goes 48 yards, and now they're cruising here in the John Day Legal Red Zone. Seriously injured? Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. 1st and 10. Ball at the 13-yard line for the Pats. Jones is on the right hip. Freeman, and Bullard moves to the left side of the line to open up a wide opening for Ashton Jones for his 8th touchdown of the year. Patriots strike first.
Well, that left side really opened up a hole for him, and he was just wide open, nothing but daylight for the touchdown.
That was Marcus Bullard is who that was. He came in there tight end and just blew one guy off the line to the left side. There's a penalty marker out there after the Toots touchdown. Don't forget Toots, you can order online and even delivered by Uber Eats. That's Toots with 3 Murfreesboro locations and 1 in Smyrna. See what the penalty is all about here. It has taken forever to get this game really rolling. We've had clock problems and it should never take this long to tell us what's going on. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty, I think. No. Yes. It's 2 of them, I guess. Yes. The touchdown will stand, however. Now is this going to be, yeah, you're telling us again that the touchdown stands. Going to be assessed on the kickoff, it looks like. So now that we got all of that situated. And Oakland will roll out there for the point after attempt. Jacob Taylor is almost automatic. He is a really, really great kicker. Lines it off. Snap, set, kick away. The kick through the uprights and good. The Oakland Patriots strike first here, 7-0. Oakland, 10:45 to play in the first on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hi, I'm Rick Thornton, Senior Vice President and Commercial Banker at First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. If you have commercial and business financial needs, let me put my extensive experience to work for you, and you'll see why First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is a place for hometown banking. We have branches at 1708 Gateway Boulevard and 3427 Memorial Boulevard, and always online at fmbmt.com.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC, NMLS 401715.
Sir Pizza. Murfreesboro's favorite pizza is now hiring at all 3 local locations. That's right. We want you to join the Sir Pizza team. Stop in at our East Main, Veterans Parkway, or Memorial Boulevard locations and let us know how you'd like to join the Sir Pizza family. Also, we've made it even easier to order for carryout or delivery. Just head on over to sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS, brought to you in part tonight by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive. Oakland leads 7-0. Just played just a minute and 15 seconds here in this first quarter.
All right, ready to kick off, and Oakland will kick off from their 25. Remember that penalty that was assessed. Ball is in the air. It's going to be returnable, but fumbled. And getting back on it was number 81, Riley Talley, and that was a juggling act.
A little scary at first, but he grabbed it, didn't try to do anything with it, just kind of fell on it. We'll see what the Blackman offense can do. They need to bounce back from this 7-0 deficit here.
John, 76-yard pass to Montgomery from Graham on the opening play of the game. Armand kick good. Riverdale up 7-0. That is a big statement made early on. Gregory with the give. Perkins tries to find a hole here right side. Nothing there, and goes left side and gets to the 50-yard line. So, boy, John, that's making something out of nothing.
Yeah, get about 3 yards on the play. Brian, you're talking about Graham. He had a stomach bug. Did not come to school yesterday, and he showed up today. But
wow,
battling that didn't seem to bother him.
Second down, 6 yards to go. It's a fake, and Graham back to pass. Passes left side to his safety valve over there, which was Ethan Carson, and Carson slipped down on the turf. No gain, got back to the line of scrimmage. That had some promise to it if he hadn't slipped.
I think the key to this game tonight, and you kind of mentioned it as well, is the effectiveness of the offensive line to protect Carter Gregory from the pass rush for Oakland, and try to stay away from mistakes if you're Blackman.
And they want to convert some third downs on offense here too. Keep the D out off of the field, and this pass is tipped and goes out of bounds, intended for Carson. And John, it's going to be 3 and out for Blackman.
That was
my point about the defense being out there.
That was pretty good coverage by Oakland there, trying to hit a seam and try to get it through 2 defenders, and just kind of threw it away.
So that will bring up 4th down. I believe this is Johnson to punt. It is not. That's Gregory who did the punting there. It's going to bounce back up to the 35-yard line. We'll see where they officially put it down. I think it's going to be between the 35 and 36 over there on the right hash. So the Patriots to take over here, leading 7-0 on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. We'll have updates as we get them throughout the night on other games. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for Oakland, sending 2 wide near side. They're moving right to left. Ball again from the right hash. And Freeman on the end around. I believe that's Morris, who came from the right side, carries it all the way to the 31-yard line. That's Jones, not Morris, pardon me.
Well, he had a lot of people hanging on to him, and he got about 2 or 3 extra yards with that extra push.
McGaffey with another tackle tonight. Trey McGaffey, good basketball player too. 2nd and 4 from their 26. Freeman works from under center this time, does give it to Morris as he runs right up between the numbers and the hashes and gets the 1st down. John, they can do this all day. It's like it's effortless when they're running against teams. No disrespect to Blackman or anybody else.
Well, they've got a good combination. They've got a big back in Morris that can get those tough yards for you, but they've got a little speedster in Jones, and Freeman can do a lot of things offensively, so they've got a lot of weapons.
Oakland has had many versions of the wing T, but this one looks a little more traditional the way they're running some of these plays. There's a fake left, and they give it to Jones, who pops up on the right side and gets up to the 44-yard line on 1st and 10, picks up about 6 yards. Carruthers on the tackle and brings up a 2nd down at the 44-yard line for Oakland.
That was a little more wing T-ish there.
Yep. It'll be 7:45 and clock rolling here on your time, by the way.
He runs so many things off that wing tee. It's different than like your grandmother's wing tee.
Well, so I thought I saw them stop the clock, and I wondered why, and there's one of Oakland's linemen who just kind of went down in the huddle. He's sitting. I'm not sure if it looks like maybe a left leg. Don't know if it's a cramp. And you may be surprised, you know. You see these athletes walking in the hallways, they're always, you know.
Savion Sneed, I believe.
Yeah. Walking with their water and staying hydrated and all that. Let's see, I think I just got Riverdale update as well. Yes. Isaiah Verser, a 6-yard touchdown run, and Armand kick puts Riverdale up 14-0, and the Warriors kind of flexing some muscle here early. That's a Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update as
I think that's
they help off Savion.
A huge game for both of those two teams.
Yeah.
Rockvale needs it. Riverdale needs it.
John, I just think about the first 4 games that Riverdale played. It may be the toughest 6A schedule
maybe
out there, you know, and so
on the road,
yeah,
you know.
I mean, Germantown last week. I mean, they've just played a heck of a schedule so far. Many think they may be a favorite, playoff favorite for sure, maybe a favorite to play for region title in Week 10 versus Oakland. Long way to go before that, but they're kind of rolling right now. Second down, we're ready to go. 7:37 to play, and throw is out of bounds, intended for Morris, but I think Patrick Freeman saw footsteps and got rid of it pretty quick there.
Well, he had nobody open. That was nice coverage there, led by number 45 for Blackman. That was Rodney Irvin, who really had that covered.
Freeman goes back out and to the huddle. Relays the play. He was over on the sideline for a moment. Looks like Ashton Jones is going to stay in the backfield with him to his left.
It was 2nd and 4. That was a good shot.
Bullard lines up now, right side, and that's where the play goes. And there comes Big Jones through that giant hole into Blackman territory to the 47-yard line. What a great run there.
That was, again, Bullard kind of leading the way there, and Jones just following his block and went right up the middle for a good gain.
Marcus Bullard is just blowing open some holes. Carson with the Blackman tackle. Oakland outscoring opponents 141-48, averaging 292 yards rushing and 118 passing in their first games this season. Freeman going to launch it, and overthrown just a little bit to DeJuan Morris. Morris had one-on-one, and he finally broke loose late.
Had to get that throw a little bit higher in the air. It was too much of a line drive and couldn't get there in time.
Morris looked like he pulled up a little bit. I don't know if it looked different coming at him. They misjudged that. I know the throw wasn't high. Second down. 2nd and 10. 7-0 Oakland here. Bronson Crisp is a receiver right side. Got two halfbacks. They fake it to Jones and back to pass, long and into the night, and incomplete. Trying to finish that off down to Kalijah King. That was an end zone shot right there for Oakland.
Almost looks as if like they're experimenting, aren't they?
Well, I was just thinking of what word would describe that.
They're seeing something there in the coverage.
Well, they've taken two pretty good shots on 2nd down. Now we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. And it may be, too, John, that, we've seen a few really big holes from Marcus Bullard. They figure that the run game is going to be okay. Maybe they're working on a few plays here and there. Seems like it's taken forever between plays, by the way. 3rd down.
Play clock at 2.
Snap, back to pass is Freeman. Rolls out near side. Going to pass this way. It's going to be caught at the 40 by Deuce Hewitt, and Hewitt going to be wrapped up right there at the 40-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup, 6-7 right there. And that is going to bring up a 4th down here for Oakland. And, John, I kind of think where Oakland is,
absolutely,
they've got to think I can get 1.5 yards. Under center. Ooh, a hard count. But no one threw the flag, so we're in good shape there. Another hard count there by Freeman. Now he calls the timeout. Tried to get him to jump off sides. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Oakland leads 7-0, facing 4th down when we come back.
This is Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. Did you know that you can plan your funeral in advance without actually paying for your funeral in advance? In other words, if it's not a convenient time to pay for your funeral, you can still choose your funeral items and we'll file them away for later. Let's consider that together. You make the decisions for yourself, and when that financial window opens up, it becomes an easier decision. Call me at 615-893-2422 and let's plan together.
Roscoe Brown is seeking highly motivated HVAC plumbing apprentices to join our Next Tech Academy. If you're eager to become an HVAC technician or plumbing technician and want to improve your skills while learning new ones, this is your chance to launch your career. Roscoe Brown's Next Tech Academy is a program that offers you the benefits of being a full-time employee, all while learning and developing new skills.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, Dr. Automotive, and State Farm.
No score going to the second in the Eagleville-Huntland game. So that's a pretty good deal there. And snap back. And let's see. That's Morris, the ball carrier, to the first down at the 35. Picked up 4. So it's a First Bank first down for the Oakland Patriots. Offices in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and over 80 across the southeast. That's First Bank. Well, Oakland didn't do a whole lot fancy right there, did they, John?
No, they gave it to the guy they knew could get 2 or 3 yards.
1st and 10 now. And they've got Morris in Wildcat. And Morris still on his feet over the 30. And going to be muscled down before the first down marker. But he gets down to the 28-yard line, and that's going to be an 8-yard pickup. It's not bad on 1st and 10.
Nice little fake to the middle, and then he took it in.
Smyrna has scored. They lead Laverne 6-0. 4:44 left in the first quarter. And coming here near side, finding some room is Jones. Now Jones to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, now 14-yard line before being taken down. And Ashton Jones rumbles 14 yards into the John Day Legal Red Zone. The law offices of John Day, helping people for more than 30 years. JohnDayLegal.com.
Well, it seems like Oakland is just, well, they've dominated the time of possession in this first quarter.
And they're doing this, throwing a little wildcat out here with Duan Morris. Boy, there's a great hit in the backfield for the Blackman Blaze. And nothing really doing there for Morris, no gain. Carson had a thundering blow on that play. It's the first time they've really stopped an Oakland run play.
Yeah, first play of the game they did, but
2nd and 10. Morris has Jones in the backfield with him on his right hip. He's going right side, plowing across the 10, rumbling down to the 6-yard line. And that is going to be enough. Well, it's 9 yards.
See where they mark it.
Yeah, they marked him back another yard from that. We're at a weird angle from that. 3rd down. 3rd and 3. McGaffey on the tackle there. So 7 yards on that. Morris driving, goes right side, weaves in and out, and is going to be in there. Touchdown Patriots from the 8-yard line.
Well, that was some nice run there. He kind of shake and bake a little bit and got in there for the touchdown. Nice run.
Toots touchdown for the Oakland Patriots, and they are off and running here with 3:30 to play in the first. Scored on both drives here, 14-0. And they have had the ball all but 3 plays and a punt from Blackman. Don't forget to order Toots online at Toots.com. Kick is up and good, and the new score, Oakland 14, Blackman 0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Renters, when you combine State Farm Auto and Renters Insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and Renters Insurance to help you save. Call me at 615-900-0877.
It's not just your home or car. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. We see your home and car as the time and memories that you put into it. Give me a call at 615-459-2683 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And here's the Taylor kickoff after the Oakland touchdown. Going to be fielded at the 5-yard line for the Blaze. 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. Breaks the tackle. Coming here to the near side. And finally taken down at the 25-yard line. Make it the 24-yard line. And what a return for the Blackman Blaze. And that was Trey McGaffey, I think. It was Trey McGaffey with a 58-yard return.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air for Blackman. They needed that. Got good field position. They start this drive. I was fixing to say before he ran it back, this is a test for Blackman. They really need to put some points on the scoreboard.
Well, they've given themselves very good odds here as they are just 4 yards from the red zone. That 58-yard return certainly helps things. Thought he might have been able to take it all the way back. And the give is to Perkins running left side. Perkins gets maybe a yard, maybe two. We'll see where they officially put it down. It's going to be just shy of the 23-yard line, so it's just a yard. Norfolk on the tackle for Oakland. Second down, 9 yards to go. Now Perkins in motion. No, he's going to line up on the right hip of quarterback Gregory. Gives a hard count. Oakland doesn't bite. 20 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time. Back to pass, looking right. Zips one down this way, and it's going to be caught, complete to John Dragu. And he is down at the 8-yard line, and they are in the John Day legal red zone. Bicycle helmet giveaway, safe car ride home, or safe ride home program. Just a few of the ways the law offices of John Day is involved in the community. First and goal now from the 8. Here's Gregory, and they bring the blitz. He just throws it to the ground, and it's going to be incomplete, but I think it's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield is what's going to be this call, I think. Because he threw it at the feet of 3 Oakland Patriots, or intentional grounding.
I'm leaning toward intentional grounding.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is.
Because the play developed too fast, I think, for a receiver to get an ineligible receiver.
Yeah.
That's a big blow.
Felt the pressure. Oakland brought a couple of bulls down to the left side of the quarterback, Gregory. So now they pull it back to the 24. I think that's right. So first and goal from the 24-yard line. Second right. Pardon me. Just flip that yard marker across the way. Here's Bigelow in motion from right to left. He's looking that way for him. Ball is going to be thrown out of bounds. Great defense.
Yeah, he was open there for a second, but they closed it quickly. Oakland had a man guarding 2 guys back there in the backfield, and he threw to the deepest. When the trailer seemed to be the one that might have been open.
There may be another flag on. Yes, there was a penalty. It is declined by Oakland. Now third down. So instead of backing them up 5 and giving them second down again, Oakland elects to defer or to refuse the penalty. Here's Gregory. Looking right side, looking, has some time, throws, but is going to throw it out of bounds, intended for Campbell Lee, and it's incomplete. I didn't mention during the pregame about Campbell Lee because I was uncertain whether he was going to play or not, and apparently back from the injury. 4th down now.
Good recovery by Oakland. If they can hold them here, really nice recovery after that long kickoff return.
On 4th down here, Blackman going to go for it on 4th and goal from the 25-yard line. Here's Gregory, steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and it is caught in zone. Ethan Carson, touchdown on 4th down.
Great throw, nice route, touchdown. They needed it badly.
What a play. Oakland on defense, played it well, and just a great play by Ethan Carson for the Toots touchdown. Blackman Blaze are an extra away, being down by only 1 score. And here is the Burrow Bomson kick and a whistle. Flag on the play. The extra point did go through, but there's a procedure penalty against Blackman, so that's going to back him up. Bo Rambonzin will have to do it again. And kickers like things to be copacetic. They don't like, the routine of the PAT changes a bit here now.
I can't tell you how big that touchdown pass was, though. That got him right back in the thing when, you're at the bleakest. And 14-0.
Can't forget that 58-yard return by Trey McGaffey to get him down here.
But that was 4th down.
Yes, 4th and goal from the 25. The kick up, and the kick is good. So it is Oakland 14, Blackman 7 on State Farm Prep Sports.
We're talking now with Heather here at Carpets by Osborne. Tell us what it's like to work at a family business.
It's a lot of fun. However, it's a lot of work. Everybody has to pull their weight equally.
What do you think are some of the advantages of people doing business with a family business versus a corporate business?
We are here to answer all questions. We're responsible for scheduling jobs. We're not here to sell you material and pass you off to a list of installers.
Carpets by Osborne on Northwest Broad, next to Tire World.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes of Toots Restaurants. My personal favorite menu item is our Danish baby back ribs. They're fall off the bone tender, very lean, got a delicious homemade sauce we put on it, and there's nobody serving ribs like these anywhere in Middle Tennessee.
Toots, good food and fun since 1985.
At Toots Restaurants, our quality has not changed.
Our portions have not changed.
Our products have not changed.
Good food and fun.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We are back here, and here's the kick, a low squib kick. It is going to be taken by the Patriots, and some room here for Tutt, at least I believe. Let me see what. Yes, it is Craig Tutt, number 1, sophomore.
He was King Tut on that run back.
Yes, he was. I knew that was coming. I was thinking the same thing. It's bad when we think the same way, isn't it?
I said it, though. I get credit.
Yes, you do. You did say it. There's been so much scoring in the Riverdale-Rockville game. Riverdale up 28-0 now. That's in the...
That's a surprising score, really.
Maybe late in the first, early in the second. I'll check. And this time the give to Jones, moving from right to left, now cuts it up at the numbers, 45-40, 35, and out of bounds at the 34-yard line. There is a flag on the play, and it's holding against Oakland, so it'll bring it all back. Well, we got a second. Let's get a quick report from Clark Blair. It's before that latest score from Riverdale, though.
At the end of one from Phil Watts Tomahawk Stadium, it's Riverdale 21, Rockville nothing. Riverdale is clicking on all cylinders on offense, and the defense is flying around. Could be a long night for the Rockets, Brian.
All right, Clark, appreciate that report. And again, that came in just seconds before the score that just happened, so that game is in the second quarter, but early in the second. Back Oakland up here to the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 20 now. Really interested in the Siegel-Hendersonville game, if we can get some scores out of that one tonight. Somebody could help us at WGNS Sports Radio on Twitter. Here's Morris coming from left to right. Now turns it up just shy of the hash's right side and dives forward to the 41.5-yard line. Picks up 6. Sack it down now. It was 1st and 20. Now sack it and still a bit. Sack it down 13. This is the first time Oakland's really had to play behind the chain.
Yeah, you got to kind of deal with it like this. Get a little bit each time. Don't.
6-0 Smyrna over Laverne, too, by the way. Last score out of that one. And great pursuit this time. Jones is going to be stuck. Nowhere to go. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but
they read that misdirection pretty well.
Fernandez leading the way. They are actually not line of scrimmage. Well, I've got to stop watching the guy with the down marker. He keeps moving around. I don't know if he's got ants in his pants or what, but 3rd down and 13. And now another stoppage of play. Only 9.6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Oakland 14, Blackman 7. The White Hat comes to talk to Coach Kevin Creasy about something. And now he's going to go across the way, and I bet Matt Kreisky is going to get a conversation. I'm doing more play-by-play of what the officials are doing than the game. Now Oakland is going to come to the line of scrimmage, and the official in front of the football says no, no. I guess maybe it was, well, they've got the clock being kept upstairs now, so here we go with 6 seconds, clock rolling. Oakland gets the play off on 3rd and long. There's pursuit of Freeman. Freeman lofts it right side. It's going to be caught for a positive gain there on the far side as time expires, and Chase Bandy came back to the football, but it'll be 4th down after that 6-yard passing catch. When we come back for Oakland, they lead 14-7 going to the second quarter.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank has been supporting local schools and student athletes in the classroom and on the field. We're big on helping our home teams reach their goals. You can count on knowledgeable bankers, competitive rates, and an open line of communication. So join the winning team at Wilson Bank and Trust, where we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors and friends. Visit any of the 30 Wilson Bank and Trust offices or visit wilsonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We are back here, and 4th down for the Oakland Patriots. 4th and 8 as we start the second quarter here. We have flipped sides, but it's not like you're marching from the 20 to the other 20. We just went on the other side here to the 41. So Oakland moving left to right. Kicking is Jacob Taylor. So the Blackman defense got a stop here, forcing Oakland to punt, and McGaffey fair catches it at the 10-yard line, and that is just the 6th punt of the season for Oakland's Jacob Taylor, but he's been averaging 46 yards, and John, what a weapon. I mean,
yeah, that's about what he's averaging. That play, that looked so I'm surprised there wasn't a flag because that was ugly at the line of scrimmage. Everybody moving.
Let's see, there's a pick 6. Riverdale now leads 35-0 over Rockvale. Jalen Thompson with the pick 6. Now it's really surprising. I mean, 35-0 in the second quarter. Here's Blackman backed up at their 10. Just trying to get some wiggle room here now, and Perkins gets maybe a yard. Second quarter here, Oakland up 14-7.
Well, Blackman, one problem they've had is they've not been able to get a whole lot on the ground, but they have stayed in the game with the 2 big passes.
Give you that Siegel score I've got in just a second. I don't think I mentioned it on the air. Blackman goes right side, and at the numbers, it's Perkins again on the run. It was actually a quick pass. 3rd down 2 now. And Gregory finds Perkins again, trying to run off left tackle, and I think he's going to get to the 21, and if he does, that's a first down. Oh, it's going to be close, though, isn't
really
it?
Close. It looked good when it opened, but I think they are going to give it to him.
Yeah.
But, boy, they shut it down pretty quick.
So it's a first down for the Blackman Blaze. (7-7), Siegel Hendersonville. Second quarter. Thomas Santel, an 87-yard pass on the Siegel score, by the way. Speaking of passing, what a great throw for Gregory, and then the end of it, oh my goodness, what a lick Mark James took.
Yeah, it was in his hands for a second, and then bam. Never really had control of it, though.
Ramsey, I think, defending on that play. Two long runs, looks like. I just heard from Clark. Santel.
14-7.
So 14-7. It's more of an update there. I like that even better. Second down. Give to Perkins and crosses over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Perkins gets his workouts, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Picks up
he's their main back. And he's starting to pick up a little steam now. The line's starting to create a little bit more of an opening for him.
14-0 Eagleville leading Huntland. Another update. That's about 4 minutes left in the second. And looking right side, pump fake and hit as he launched it downfield to Dragoo. But boy, tell you what, Gregory took a licking.
Yeah, right at the rib cage. Good pressure there by Oakland.
Fourth down now.
I think Oakland's decided they're not going to give Gregory a lot of time. He's burned him a couple of times.
Carter Gregory is punting. And gets it away. Is it going to be picked up by Oakland? No. It's going to roll dead there. Kalijah King thought about it for just a second and then got away from it and made that decision a little late, I guess, because the ball bounces to the 41-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Oakland. John, I think Oakland would love nothing to do but to take about 7 minutes off the clock right here.
Yeah, and with a score.
yeah, at the end of it. Got Deuce Hewitt along with Morris, I believe, here right side. Another receiver on the left. Jones going to power his way to the 44. So Ashton picks up 3. Ashton is the workhorse, 56 carries coming into this game, 519 yards, 7 touchdowns, averaging 9.2 per carry and 128 a game. Roseman on the tackle for the Blaze. Second down now, ball 45-yard line. Moving left to right are the red-clad Patriots tonight. sending trips out here near side, either side of the hashes and almost at the numbers here. And Jones gets the carry, runs off right tackle, and gets to the 48. Picks up another 3, and it's 3rd and short. Carruthers corralling.
He made a little something out of nothing there. He didn't have a lot. Kind of broke down a little, blocking broke down a little bit, but he was able to scamper in for a couple more yards.
Stewart's Creek finally got on the scoreboard. Let's see, it was Kenny Jordan, a 90-yard touchdown run for Kenny Jordan to put Creek on the scoreboard over Cane Ridge, 7-0 second quarter. So we've got a lot of our scoreboard in progress and going here. Right now, 3rd down for Oakland. Here's Freeman to Jones again, and boy, Jones is still barreling from the 45. He actually turns his rumpus into the guy who was trying to defend him and pushed him another 3 yards. That was a great 11-yard run there and a first bank first down. McGaffey finally was able to wrestle him down, but John, it was like he was a bulldozer.
Yeah, that's kind of, when I think of Oakland football, that's what I think of right there. Run it down your throat.
First bank first down for the Patriots at the 42 of Blackman. 7:40 to go here in the half, and Oakland has a 14-7 lead. Jones going to run left side.
Wow.
Tried to go up around the numbers and then broke it outside to the 34. Well, it's that 2nd and 3rd effort. That was 8 yards, but I mean, John Blackman's doing all the right things. They made contact 2 yards over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's just keeping those legs churning, man. And I've noticed here in the last few minutes, they've kind of gone away from passing. They're just running the football. And why not?
Yeah, that Caterpillar bulldozer working all right. 2nd down now. It's we'll say a long 2. Short 3. This time, Jones had a couple of backs help blocking there, and maybe a yard and a half, going to be short. It was Morris. Was that Morris?
I think it was Morris. I'm not sure.
I think it was Morris. Wilkerson on the tackle.
He's about a yard short, I think.
3rd and 1, yes. And now looks like Oakland's going to burn a timeout. Kevin Creasy yanks the headsets off. He's furious. 6:24 to play in the second. Timeout Oakland. 14-7. They lead here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com. 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS, brought to you in part by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, located in Smyrna at 199 Eland Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, 615-459-2683. Turn it back over now to the chatty Brian Barrett.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I'm going to give you another score here, a little detail. 14-7, Siegel leading. It was 4th and 1 when Thomas Sentel went 56 yards on the second touchdown. So 80-plus on the first and 56 on the second one on 4th and 1. Siegel leading at Hendersonville 14-7. Oakland with 3rd and 1, easily got that one, and my goodness, right up the gut is Craig Tutt. And he blows it all the way to the 22-yard line.
11-yard run.
Boy, he
got through that initial line of scrimmage. I thought he was going to break it.
I did too. I think he kind of got his body out of balance and was kind of over the football a little bit.
Just at the point we've run Morris and Jones at you, let's throw another guy in there.
First bank, first down for Oakland. They are very near the John Day legal red zone. Freeman puts Hewitt tight end blocking on the left side of that line. Does the play go that way? The play does go that way. And here's Tutt running. Tutt 15, Tutt 10, and down to the 8-yard line. goes Craig Tutt for 14 big ones.
Man, he's explosive. He's another arsenal to the weapon.
Carson has made a lot of tackles tonight, and that means it's been the safeties who are having to make some of the takedowns here for the Blaze. They are in the Steve Martin. I'm sorry, I did that first time this year. Law offices of John Day red zone. And now it's Tutt again, and just loses his footing. I thought he was going to score there. He's down just inside the 1 on 1st and goal. McGaffey making the tackle. Oakland to the line of scrimmage quickly. And it's going to be a quarterback sneak here for Freeman. Is he in is the question, and he is. The sophomore quarterback with the touchdown. Patriots.
Got to the line of scrimmage in a hurry and was able to create that 1 yard run. That was a nice play by Oakland.
That's a Toots touchdown here for the Oakland Patriots. Coming with 4:51 left here in the second quarter of play. We've got an injured Blackman player here, so we'll see if we can get a number on that at some point here real soon.
Our game tonight brought to you by JHA Company, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna, and Las Casas Feed Supply. And also want to thank our good neighbor State Farm agents Celeste Middleton, Bud Morris, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack.
John Eli Wilson goes 71 yards on the kickoff return to open the game. Yates Guerin with the touchdown run, and then Eli Wilson with another run of 59 yards. So the Cougars up 13-0 over the Webb Feet. Another update there as they still attend to the injured player. Gives me a chance here to kind of run down some scores on the scoreboard.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update now.
All right, here we go. Right now, it's Oakland 20 and Blackman 7 with the extra point going to happen as soon as we get the player who's injured off the field here. Riverdale leads 35-0 over Rockvale. Smyrna 6-0 over Laverne. It's Siegel 14, Hendersonville 7, 7-0 Stewart's Creek over Cane Ridge. Eagleville 14, Huntland 0. MTCS 13-0 over Webb. That's a quick rundown of everything we've got so far. And now to the kickoff, to the extra point. Jacob Taylor. The holder will be Ashton Jones. And Blackman's going to be offsides on this, I believe. Festus, thank you, Rod, was the injured player. Rod keeps an eye on the defense and helps.
Where was Miss Kitty?
Lots of things. Blackman was offsides. They tried to bring some pressure off the edges out there, and that's going to cost them a few yards and give Jacob Taylor a little easier chip shot. Sometimes kickers don't like that either. They don't like being any closer because they practice so much.
Well, you really are chatty tonight.
I don't know what it is. Here's Taylor. The kick. It's up, and it is through the uprights. So your score now is 21-7. Oakland Patriots lead the Blackman Blaze on State Farm Prep Sports.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Rayburn Insurance in Smyrna.
Come see me, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance in downtown Smyrna today.
Online at rayburn.net.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Pet Sports on News Radio WGNS, brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Rosa Care, and the law offices of John Day.
Well, here's the kickoff, going to be fielded at the 10 to the 20, and McGaffey wrapped up right there at the 21-yard line.
Well, Brian, here's another test for the Blackman Blaze. They would love to score right before half to cut that lead back to 7. One thing they don't want Oakland to get the ball back.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Does anybody have a sweater?
Braves lead the Marlins 6-4 in the top of the sixth.
Did Rod do that again for Rod? 6-4.
Yeah.
Let me check that Cardinal score. They've been on a hot streak.
First and 10 for Gregory as he's back to pass. Comes here to the near side and threw it wide to Caden Perkins. And now a flag. So this is going to go against Oakland, I think. The incomplete pass was several seconds before the penalty marker was thrown, and it is against Oakland. Personal foul, Patriots.
Oh, man.
Personal foul against the Patriots.
Phillies are beating the Cardinals, and I want the Cardinals to beat the Phillies.
Well, everybody does. It's a good day when the Phillies lose.
4-0, by
It's
the
a
way.
better day when the Cardinals lose, though, just to be honest. First and 10.
You are chatty. Now you're getting chatty and sarcastic.
Gregory sends two wides right side, and now another flag. And this one was thrown before it blew the play dead. Did the official. It's offsides against Oakland. Well, Oakland's kind of helping Blackman a lot here. Ball all the way to the 41-yard line now. That's 20 yards on penalties.
Yeah, that helps a team that's struggling offensively a little bit.
Well, they haven't had to do anything. It's 20 yards from the 21.
Good run
now
there.
Run right up the middle by Perkins. Perkins is a hard runner, isn't he, John?
You know, he's a little guy.
He is.
But he runs like a big guy.
He's 5'6", but you're right. He ran for 6 yards that time.
Well, he's not afraid to take it to you, for sure.
Tutt on the tackle for Oakland on the takedown of Perkins. It is first and 10 for Blackman at the 46-yard line. Just 4:20 to play. Clock rolling here in the half. And Bigelow and Dragoo come out as wideouts near side, as well as one more. And the pass caught by Lee from his tight end spot, crosses the midfield stripe and down at the 48-yard line. Well, just over the 48. And that's Tutt again. That goes for 6 yards. Sack it down and 4.
Just enough. Two receivers took him downfield, and he was the only one open. Just a little slant across the middle. Kind of just dropped back off the line.
Lee is going to be in motion from left to right, lines up on that right side. Perkins in the backfield with Gregory, and Gregory bounces it to the near side, across the 45, down to the 43-yard line. Maybe the 42, but it doesn't matter. It's a first down. And it's going to be 5 yards on the pickup. Johnson on the tackle for Oakland. Blackman has had some decent success running the ball.
Well, as of late they have.
Yeah.
Which should help them with the passing game if that running game opens up like that.
3:13 to play in the half. It's 21-7 Oakland. Back to pass is Gregory. Going deep this time and incomplete. That pass intended for Jaden Guy, number 88.
I don't know if he got tripped up or slipped or whatever, but that pass looked really nice when it left Gregory's hands. Or it was on the wrong side of him, I guess.
Yeah. Kind of thrown to the outside.
He was looking at one way and he threw it the other side.
Got a 3-receiver bunch set on the right around the hashes. Now Perkins in the backfield. Almost a lateral pass, but completed to Bigelow. Just a yard over the line of scrimmage, and he muscles his way to the make that 36-yard line to bring up third down. That goes for 6 yards. 3rd down and 4. Ellison on the tackle for Oakland. Blackman can score here and stop Oakland and be down by 1 touchdown. They get the ball in the second half to start. It could get really interesting. Hard count. Gregory with the play change. Now back in the shotgun position. Looks right side across the field, and it is going to be caught at the 25, and finally down at the 22-yard line is the receiver, John Dragoo.
I love the short passing game Blackman's throwing right now. Gregory not being under any duress because they're running these quick short routes across the middle, and he's been able to hit them.
First bank, first down for the Blaze. Perkins trying to get into the red zone, and I think maybe just does to the 20-yard line. Picks up just a yard. In the John Day legal red zone are the Blaze. Seriously injured? Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. It's second down. Well, they gave him another yard, didn't they? Second and about 8.5. One receiver way out here to the left. Gregory's about to be waylaid and sacked back at the 30-yard line. And that is Quentin Norfolk, I believe, number 9. He came blitzing in there. Corey Smith, maybe.
That was a huge play. That kind of broke the momentum a little bit.
3rd down. 15. And 15. Boy, Gregory never saw it, did he?
No, that was just a blitz by Oakland. They haven't done a lot of that tonight, but
3rd and behind the chain, 3rd and 15 for the Blaze. Just 55 seconds to go, maybe a couple of more shots here. Here's Gregory, has some time this time, but who is he going to pass to? Oh, off the fingertips of Carson and almost intercepted by Oakland's Tutt.
Well, they had good coverage there because he had all day to throw on that one.
Well, there was no pressure on him, but he could have all day, but who was to throw to, right?
Yeah. Now you got 4th and 15. I think you go for it.
Well, there's only 47 seconds left in the half here. And on 4th and 15 at the 27, Gregory has 5 wideouts, 3 to the near side, 2 on the right side. Ball between the hashes at the 27. An audible. Now Gregory sets. 3-step drop. There is some pressure this time, though. It's going to be caught at the 15-yard line by Campbell Lee, but that is going to be about 2-3 yards short of the first down, and Oakland's going to take over. Well, John, that was close.
Well, he did, and he got it within about 3 or 4 yards of the first down. Oakland again gave him plenty of time to throw the football and finally found a secondary receiver open.
1st and 10, and Oakland's got 39 seconds to work with here now. See what they decide to do. Are they going to take a knee or are they going to take a shot? Oakland leading here 21-7. To the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a run play. Not much doing to the 16-yard line, and it's Jones going to pick up, what, a yard? Maybe. I think Oakland, if something pops open, good. If not, good too. I don't know if they're even going to get this play off now, though. They do come to the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 10 right now. Freeman signals around, looks around, and Oakland is going to let the time run out here. And that is going to be your halftime score, with the Oakland Patriots leading here at halftime by a score of 21-7. 21-7. Let me rustle up a few scores here and get you those, see if we've got any further updates. Trying to scroll through Twitter, and I don't see that we have any additional updates to add to our scoreboard at the moment. I can tell you that Webb did score against MTCS, and it's 13-6 That's in the waning moments of the first quarter. Riverdale 41-0 over Rockvale. Smyrna was leading 6-0, and Danny Brewer says that is now at halftime. So it's 6-0 Smyrna in that one. We're going to hear from him during the half. And Eagleville is up 21-0 at halftime as well. So several games nearing half. We'll see what we can find out more information on some of these games. We've got the award-winning Ideas Tees Between Game Show. It's coming up next right here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family. At Mills, we work hard to provide you with customized services to fit your needs. Mills also offers flu shots, immunizations, medication therapy management, and even a medication delivery service.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
You've seen the ads out there, companies wanting to buy your home. But why sell yourself short when you can get fair market value? I'm Lisa Patton. If you have an estate to settle or a home to sell, call Parks Auction. We'll work with you to sell your home or property in any condition with no costly repairs on your timeline. Why accept one offer when you can have multiple? You need Parks Auction. We look out for your best interest. Call Parks Auction today. We handle everything.
If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan France Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work. Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom designed jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
John Ding is back with you. 21-7 here is our halftime score. Oakland leading Blackman, and Ideas Tees is our halftime show tonight. Ideas Tees, the place in Rutherford County for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. Plus, you can buy all of your officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider merchandise from Raider Tees. For Blue Raider tees, polos, hats, and more, visit their showroom at 910 Risley Road. Just turn off Broad Street between Chewy's and Chili's. Ideas Tees can put your logo on just about anything, and you can stop in and see how they can help you promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. Find out more online at ideastees.com. All right, it's time for a scoreboard update, and then we'll have our Dr. Automotive halftime report. And Clark Blair and Danny Brewer standing by. And Brian, if you want to read those, or I can do it. Let me see.
I can open it up here. I've got it. It's, of course, 21-7 here, and 14-14 Siegel and Hendersonville in the second quarter. Stewart's Creek leads Cane Ridge 7-0. Eagleville up 21-0 over Huntland at the half, and MTCS just scored. They lead 20-6 And wherever you want to go here first,
well,
we've got the scores.
We're going to go with Danny Brewer, who is out at Smyrna, with Smyrna leading. Danny, how are you this halftime?
Well, I'm good. You know, it's a nice night for football. It ain't too hot. Smyrna's up 6-0. Has not been a cleanly played game. It's about as dirty as a week-old laundry. I mean, and speaking of laundry, we've had more penalties than first downs in this game. It has been a mistake-filled first half for both teams.
Nothing could cut momentum down like penalties, for sure, and especially with two teams that have trouble scoring anyway.
Exactly right. Yeah, and both teams have kind of shot themselves in the foot. Smyrna has squandered some opportunities. There was one drive that Laverne had where there were 4 penalties and a fumble, and it ended in a fumble. So it was 4 consecutive penalties, and then they fumbled the ball. So Coach Woodward, I'm sure, is very frustrated at halftime. Matt Williams is equally frustrated because Thomas Jones' 1-yard touchdown run is that's been the only score of the game. It has, like I said, been a mistake-filled first half.
And Danny, when in a game like that, and you're going into halftime, you tell your players, well, for Laverne for one thing, hey, you're really in this game. One play could turn it. And if you're Matt Williams, you're sitting there, I think, saying, hey, let's get going here. We've got the lead. Let's quit the mistakes and let's move the football.
Oh, without question. Smyrna gets the ball to start the second half. There's going to be a penalty because right at the end of the half, Smyrna made a goal line stand, held Laverne at the 5-yard line, but there was an after the play personal foul penalty against Laverne, so there'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff to start the second half. So Smyrna should get good field position, but they have to do something with it, and that's the whole thing. Is Smyrna had a nice drive going. They should have had first and goal at the 2, but penalty. They wound up turning it over and giving Laverne the ball at the 30. So like I said, it was mistake-filled first half.
Matt Williams is going to get more gray hair on that beard, isn't he?
Yeah, and if he had any hair on his head, I'm sure it would be great too. I tell you what, he's coaching his butt off though, and Woodward equally on the Laverne side. Those two guys are giving it all they got. It's just that it hasn't been a very well executed game to this point.
A final question, Danny, if I let you go, but we kind of predicted in the pregame show that this was going to be a low-scoring game. It hasn't disappointed in that regard, has it?
No, it hasn't. And, I was joking with somebody before the game. I said, whatever team can score 2 touchdowns is going to win. And it looks like I may be right. I mean, like I said, Smyrna's got 1. So it's been, like I said, both offenses have struggled mightily.
Well, Danny, we'll talk to you back at the end of the game. And good luck out there, and we'll talk to you in just a little bit.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, that's Danny Brewer at Smyrna. Smyrna leading in that game 6-0 over Laverne at halftime. We switch gears. Did you know I can switch gears? We're going into, not reverse, we're going into drive to, what's his name? Oh, yeah, Clark Blair, who is doing the Rockville-Riverdale game for us. Clark?
Well, John, our game is totally different from the game Danny just talked about. We've got scoring Riverdale 41 over Rockville 0. Riverdale, if y'all remember the Smyrna game to start the season that y'all called, Riverdale was clicking on all cylinders, throwing the ball all over the field. That's what they're doing tonight. And also, y'all mentioned in the telecast tonight, Riverdale is battle-tested. It's not Henry County, it's not Germantown, but Riverdale came out ready to play tonight.
And, Clark, when in a game like that, it's just kind of the snowball effect, isn't it? I mean, Rockville just there's not a whole lot you can do when a team's playing that well.
You can't. Poor Mayhew is running for his life. He had a pick six when he was under duress tonight. They can't get anything going offensively. Really, honestly, Riverdale scored right here before the half again, but an offensive pass interference called that one back, or it'd be 48-0.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, hold the fort down there at Riverdale. Got a good crowd, I'm sure. I mean, I imagine it's huge out there.
We have a fantastic crowd out here at Tomahawk Stadium tonight.
All right. I guess is one thing you can say. When you play a tough schedule and you get back in region, it helps in the region play, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Again, the athletes last week we saw at Germantown were incredible, and Riverdale really had a chance in that game. But tonight, you can see a definite difference here.
All right, that's Clark Blair reporting from Riverdale High School, and those are our Dr. Automotive halftime reports. Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASC certified auto repair for decades. They grew up here and are your neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair, that's Dr. Automotive on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, SmyrnaAutorepair.com. It's time for the Craig's Tax Service first half recap, and it started off with Oakland scoring, getting on the scoreboard first, a 13-yard run by Ashton Jones.
Freeman and Bullard moves to the left side of the line to open up a wide opening for Ashton Jones for his 8th touchdown of the year. Patriots strike first.
Well, that left side really opened up a hole for him, and he was just wide open, nothing but daylight for the touchdown. And then Oakland again scored with 3:30 to go in the first. This time a run by Morris.
Morris driving, goes right side, weaves in and out, and is going to be in there. Touchdown Patriots from the 8-yard line.
Well, that was some nice run there. That he kind of shake and bake a little bit and got in there for the touchdown. Nice run. And Oakland led 14-0. Blackman got on the scoreboard, though, with 1:50 to go in the first on this nice pass from Gregory to Carson.
Here's Gregory, steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and it is caught in zone. Ethan Carson, touchdown on 4th down.
Great throw, nice route, touchdown. They needed it badly. And it was 14-7 at that point, but with 4:51 to go in the first half, a 1-yard run by Freeman capped off the scoring in the first half, and Oakland leads it here at halftime by a score of 21-7. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Rod Edwards is going to join me with the keys to the second half. Also, we'll have our first half stats as we continue here on the Ideas Tees halftime show.
Renters. When you combine State Farm Auto and Renters Insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and renters insurance to help you save. Call me 615-895-2700.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your home and auto.
Does being a caregiver for your loved one wear you out? Then Arosa Care is here to help. Arosa has an experienced team of caregivers and licensed care managers who help families make educated decisions regarding the aging process. This is Erin Keogh Rankin. Let me help you. Call us at 615-848-6774 or find us at arosacare.com.
Hey, it's Brian. I'd like to tell you about my bank, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. I want a bank where people know your name, say hi, and yes, even give me a sucker sometimes. Every time I go in, everyone's got a smile. Everybody at First National Bank of Middle Tennessee makes you feel so special. You get the hometown feel of a small bank with everything you'd expect from a big bank. Don't get that at yours? Come on over with me to First National Bank of Middle Tennessee on Gateway and Memorial Boulevards. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello friends, Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a loved one. There are so many details to tie up, it really can be overwhelming. Again, more than I can count are the comments from families who have pre-planned and pre-funded their or their loved one's funeral, saying, "It would have been a financial hardship had we not." Let me help your pre-plan. Call me at 615-893-2422.
Hi, this is Dan at Music World and Drummers Den. We have more drums than anybody in the area, I guarantee. We have Ludwig, we have Gretsch, we have PDP, and what about cymbals? Oh, we have cymbals. Zildjian, Pasty, we have Soul Tone, we have every kind of cymbal you can think of. We have new, used. We are Music World and Drummers Den. 2762 South Church Street, across from Indian Hills Golf Course.
Hey, I'm Jack Hayes, here with my dad Nick and my granddad Pops.
Don't feel like cooking dinner tonight? Download Uber Eats and search for Toots. Check out Toots on Uber Eats today. You can order our full menu. Just download the Uber Eats app and search for the Toots nearest you to have it delivered fast and fresh to your door.
At Toots Restaurants, our quality has not changed.
Our portions have not changed.
Our products have not changed.
Good food and fun.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Back with you with more of the Ideas Tees halftime show. 21-7, Oakland leads Blackman here at halftime. And time to talk about our Rayburn Insurance keys to the game here in the first half and what to look forward to in the second half.
Time now for the keys to the second half. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna. Auto, home, business, and life insurance since 1973.
Rod Edwards joins me here. And Rod, I have to be, I think, impressed with Blackman because there have been very few penalties against them. They've come to play. They've moved the football. Haven't been able to put it in the end zone, but I think the thing is they haven't come in this game going, well, we were beat when we got here, you know?
Yeah, I think a really good point that you're giving us. But the thing is that they're balanced in their passing and running. Mm-hmm. Both of them are effective, I mean, at times looked like Oakland was going to just overpower them. You had that run the Wildcat with Jones and Morris, just looked devastating at first, but then they'll come out the next series, instead of letting them build and just blow them away, they come back and stop them and get back in the game, had a touchdown, and they had a nice drive here. Then they finally stopped them, here towards the end. Oakland stopped them at that point. But, they are competitive. They're not being intimidated and letting everything just roll over them like a lot of teams happens to them. When something bad happens, they just start it just kind of explodes. They keep digging in, fighting, and I tell you, I've been impressed with Gregory too.
Yeah.
And their offensive line has done a good job protecting him.
His poise is I think it's been kind of impressive. Oakland, on the other hand, just doing Oakland things, running the football, and they haven't had that huge big play that they kind of always have, 1 or 2 a game, but they've done a good job of battling that fact that Blackman's come to play, and they've got a comfortable 14-point lead.
Well, they got 2 outstanding backs.
Yeah.
That both really read well. You tell they're strong, they're shifty. You got Jones is really the power runner. We saw one. I think he threw a guy was ready to tackle him. He threw a forearm shiver into him, sent him back on his back. He just and then Morris is just so quick and agile. Then got used to them, and they bring in Tut, and he was even faster.
Yeah.
But his more straight up the middle, but it just blew right through Oakland for them and set up the last touchdown.
If you're Blackman starting the second half, the key to their success will be, I think, this opening drive is going to be huge for them.
Yeah, if you can take it down and score, it's a one series game, and you're in it.
Oakland, on the other hand, if they stop them, I think Blackman will try to keep Oakland from eating up massive amounts of time, and I think that will be the game plan for Oakland.
Right. And the other thing that Oakland's going to do defensive, I think, they're going to have to bring pressure to Gregory. He's having too much time.
Well, that's your Rayburn Insurance key to the game. It's time to take a look at our stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. And Rod, just run down a few. We're running short on time, so run down a few defensive stats.
Well, some of the keys for the Blackman players were Ethan Carson had 4 tackles, Tristan Wilkerson 3, Ian Carruthers 6, Trey McGaffis, who made that long run back that set up their Blackman's first touchdown, had 7 tackles. So those were the top players defensively for the Blaze. And for the Patriots, Tut,
King Tut.
Yeah, King Tut. Yeah, he had he had 5 tackles, In fact, he was their leading tackler. Corey Smith is doing as usual at a sack and 3 tackles. Just a really good game, and better than what I expected.
Okay, our defensive stats, and here's our offensive stats. We've got Caden Perkins, 8 carries, 25 yards for Blackman. Carter Gregory, 7 of 14 for 96 yards. They rushed for 21, they passed for 96, and they have a total of 117 in the first half. I know they'd like to improve on that a little bit. For Oakland, it's Freeman with 1 yard carry on 1 carry, and that was a touchdown. Ashton Jones, 11 carries, 75 yards. Dewan Morris with 45 yards on 8 carries. Craig Tutt, 3 carries, 32 yards. Freeman, 3 of 6 for 61 yards. Oakland's rushed for 153 in the first. They passed for 61 in the first for a total of 214 yards. 21-7 is where we stand, and that's a little bit of our IDIS-T's halftime show, and we appreciate you listening. And when we come back, we'll have the second half of action, and Brian Bear will also have a scoreboard update when we return as we continue here on Primetime Sports Football. State Farm presents all the action for you, and we will continue after this timeout.
When Rutherford Countyans think of insurance professionals, they think Rayburn Insurance Agency at 200 South Lowry in Smyrna, meeting the needs of thousands of customers since 1973. You can trust Rayburn Insurance with all your needs, a place where customer service really matters. It's personal with Rayburn Insurance, as fans of local sports, as friends, and as insurance professionals. Check them out at rayburn.net or call 615-459-4145. Rayburn Insurance, for business, auto, home, and life insurance.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Don't let concerns about today's events derail your long-term financial strategy. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand the impact of these events and make sure that your goals are top of mind. While you can't control market volatility, we'll help focus on what you can control. We can connect in several virtual ways. Start by giving me a call at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
If you are sweltering through the heat, then call Roscoe Brown to get the $99 special on an AC repair evaluation. And if Roscoe Brown does the work, the $99 evaluation charge is waived. This is a limited time offer. We can fix your AC, so don't sweat it. Call Roscoe Brown quickly and ask for the $99 special. Call us at 615-893-6972 or visit roscoebrown.com.
Roscoe Brown.
roscoebrown.com. I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our halftime brought to you by our friends at TOA. That's Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, and muscles. TOA's team of surgical specialists can get you back in the game. And I want to remind you, too, that we have the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner in the morning starting at 8 o'clock. And, of course, it'll be our friend Will Kreisky of Riverdale. And we'll continue on and on and on with all the bunch. And I guess I could give that to you here. But Riverdale, Smyrna 8:15, Blackman 8:30, Laverne 8:45, Oakland 9, Stewart's Creek 9:15, Rockville 9:30, Siegel 9:45, Eagleville 10 a.m. And we pretty much stay on time. And then Cougar Corner at 10:15, presented by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. About ready to start the second half, and here with the story and maybe a scoreboard update if he has time, Brian Barrett.
All right, we'll give you a few scores as Oakland's about ready to kick off here. So on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard, it's 21-7 here at our game, with Oakland leading the Blackman Blaze. 41-0, Rockvale trailing Riverdale. 6-0 Smyrna over Laverne. 14-14 Siegel and Hendersonville at the half. Still needing a score out of Stewart's Creek. They led 7-0. I think that may be at halftime. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to bounce around, and it's going to wind up going out of bounds. So that is kind of uncharacteristic for Jacob Taylor. He's usually got those kickoffs in the end zone, but that one sailed a bit. Eagleville leads 21-0 at the half, and MTCS with a 28-6 lead over the Webb Feet. And that is a look at the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard as we have it.
I wonder how many baked potatoes they've sold at Eagleville tonight.
I bet a few.
They've run out.
Homecoming out there, right?
Yep.
You had a special thing you got to participate in today at Eagleville.
Well, my granddaughter was a freshman attendant, so I got to sit in the Gator with Coach Walker and see those ceremonies, and I was really appreciate him doing that, and never forget him Never forget him doing that for me. That was awesome.
Here's Blackman on the 1st and 10. Perkins with some room squirts it outside, angling to the right as they move right to left, and that goes for about 12 yards. Perkins shot out of there like a cannon.
Good start, went around the end, and you usually don't get that many yards when you go around end against Oakland, but that time he did. Good start for Blackman.
First bank, first down for the Blaze. One receiver out here near side, and that's Bigelow. Well, now another joins. Back to pass is Gregory. Right across the middle, it's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage by Ethan Carson, and he's going to be picked up, pushed back, and hauled down by Quentin Norfolk.
Well, Carson paid the price for that, and Oakland read that well and triple and double tackled.
Miami Marlins now leading the Braves 9-6 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Ooh, why'd you say that?
And Ronald Acuna was removed from the game tonight as a precaution with a right calf tightness.
Oh, well, he'll be all right.
Yeah. Just thought I'd give you the whole picture there. 2nd and 10.
Brad Hand got it handed to him tonight in the bullpen.
2nd down now for the Blaze. Ball from the right hash. Gregory sending a couple of people in motion. Now they get all lined up. They're really not in motion. Now Bigelow is from left to right. Trying to go up the middle with Perkins, and not much doing. They tried to chip away at that door, but there was nobody home to let him in.
Tried to run it down their throat, and that didn't pay off for him that time.
Smith and Norfolk, they're going to actually mark him back a yard. So 3rd and 11. Those were the two tacklers I just mentioned too, by the way. Sackett make that 3rd down and 11. Two wideouts near side, one to the right. Now Campbell Lee is in motion. Going to be an eligible receiver here for Gregory, and Gregory dropped the football as he was about ready to pass it, and it's going to be picked up by the Oakland Patriots, and that was number 33, Carlos Swader, with the pick.
Tried to hold on to it too long. He did a good job of moving out of the pocket. Just nobody was open, and then that Oakland just kind of converged on him.
That is the first turnover of the game, and we really didn't talk about that at halftime, but turnovers are killers, and Blackman really couldn't afford that. Trailing by 14 now, and give Oakland the football in good field position. Here's Freeman, launch pass, and overshot DeJuan Morris. There's a flag, so that is going to be pass interference. Well, if he hadn't, John, Morris was going to catch that football easily.
And so Oakland does what Oakland does. They kind of lull you to sleep with the run, and then bam.
So they are going to get 15 yards to the 25, make that 24-yard line. Glad Rod saw that flag fly in there. I was watching the players, and that pass interference happened. That's why that pass was overshot as it looked. 1st and 10, first bank, first down for the Pats. Draw play, and here's Jones up the gut to the make that 17-yard line, looks like. Watkins on the tackle, not before a 7-yard pickup for Oakland. 2nd down.
He rushed for 75 in the first and continues to flash brilliance running the football.
Oakland in the John Day Legal red zone now at the 17 of Blackman. second down and just 3 to go for a first down for Oakland. In motion from left to right is Morris, but they give to Jones, and Jones going to creep down to the 11-yard line and rumbles for 6.
See, they ran in the first half toward the end of the half. So what do? They come out and throw a bomb, pass interference, now they're back to running the football.
They've had good down and distances to churn up a couple of first bank first downs. Now at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. They can even get another one just inside the 2. It's really at about the 11.5-yard line. The ball closer to the right hash. Coming from left to right is Morris. Morris gets the handoff and crosses the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Picks up 3 this way. DeJuan Morris. McCaffey on the tackle for the Blackman Blaze. Really excited to hear Trey McGaffey's name a lot tonight. I think I finally got an update on Stewart's Creek. 7-7 in the third. So that game is in the third quarter.
I think they were thinking that was going to be a good game because Cane Ridge has been in some close games.
They have. They got waxed by Antioch, a team that Oakland dismantled last week, which was uncharacteristic. But that may be for number 1 in the league going on tonight between those two. We'll just see. 2nd and 7 from the 8. Draw play, and here comes Tutt right up the gut. Down to the 3. Make that 4. Let's see where they put it. I think it's going to be the 4. And that's a 4-yard pickup. Yeah, the nose of the football right at the 4.
Tutt right up the gut?
Well, it just happened that way.
Yeah. Let me write that down.
Uh-huh.
That could go down as a famous line.
Oh, I keep, every time I say his last name, though, I want to say King.
Yeah.
King Tutt.
Well, he does any more runs like he's done tonight, he will be king.
Just a sophomore. 3rd and 3 from the 4. And it's Morris in the Wildcat. Hurdles a couple of guys and easily dances into the end zone from 4 yards away. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, you almost could predict that was going to happen there. As long as they didn't turn the ball over. They've been running the football all night, and another nice run there for the score.
That goes 4 yards for DeJuan Morris, and a Toots touchdown for Oakland. Don't forget, Toots has the best lunch special, $6.99 each day, something different. And man, I'm telling you, Wednesdays are great with that half-pound burger and fries for just $6.99. The kick is through the uprights and good. The Patriots lead the Blaze 28-7, 7:52 to left in the third on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, talking with Anne-Marie Brents.
When people walk in and they're like, tell me what's good, I usually tell them the loaded baked potato, which is a fully loaded potato with the butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, and chives, and then we put meat on top of it.
At Rick's, they use the largest potatoes you can find.
Every Tuesday we run a special on the loaded potatoes. We call it Tater Tuesday, and we sell a lot of potatoes.
Barbecue, smoked chicken, ribs, they've got it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, and online at ricksbbq.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Toots Good Food Fun, Bud's Tire, Wilson Bank and Trust, and Rayburn Insurance Agency.
Here's the kickoff, and going to be picked up at the touchback. His foot was in the end zone, so no return for number 88, Jaden Guy. Third quarter here, and just got an update on Stewart's Creek Cane Ridge, 7-7 in the third quarter. So we'll see if there are any other games that are going along. I'm sure all of our halftime scores, or halftime, like Riverdale, Rockvale, and Laverne Smyrna game are in the third quarter. Keeping a real close eye on Siegel Hendersonville. They were tied at half 14-14. First and 10 for Blackman. Here's Gregory with a quick pass right across the middle and really kind of threw that short right at the foot top or cleat top of Campbell Lee. Brings up a second down with the incomplete pass. Going to have 4 wide here near side. They get it to Caden Perkins. Perkins can't get to the 20-yard line, can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
That Oakland defense starting to toughen up now, making it tough.
And a couple of in the backfield. Langford's going to get credited with that tackle. And 3rd and 11. Again, that was a minus yardage play. Here's Gregory, got a pass here, comes to the left side, tries to put it in Campbell Lee's hands and incomplete. I'm not sure if Lee had caught that, whether he had been in bounds or not.
When you get into a situation down by 3 touchdowns and you start having to pass the ball against Oakland, that is a death sentence. I mean, it's just so difficult.
That's when they lick their chops, isn't it? Boy, and Eli Wilson, 66 yards. MTCS leads 42-6, and it's not at halftime yet.
Their games go late, and it's
They
mainly
don't-
because
yeah.
they score so much.
Ball's going to roll down to the 38-yard line. Well, they don't kick off until 7:30.
Oh, okay.
Remember, that was a standard.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they don't do that now. It seems like the games are much, much longer.
They are longer, much more passing. You remember the old days when Rod used to wear the leather helmet?
Yeah.
They just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, and now a lot more passing, especially in high school. I can even remember back as like the early 70s. You know, Central High School was noted for actually passing the ball some, which nobody else did.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
well, just think about those 90s teams of Gary Rankin at Riverdale. They didn't pass a lot. You could probably count on one hand the number of passes in a game. They just ran power right at you.
Power eye.
I was
and Oakland's similar to that. I mean, they will pass,
Yeah.
but
I was asked by David Limbaugh if we had any highlights from that 94 championship game since they were playing Germantown last week, and I got to listen back to those, and pretty special, winning the first championship in a long string of them here now. Nice run on 1st and 10 by Chase Bandy of the Oakland Patriots. Goes for 6. First time we've seen Bandy run tonight. Carson on the tackle. Bandy has been active with a catch in this game. He's just a junior.
going to give him 7 yards on that.
Yeah, they did. 2nd and 3. Ball at the 43-yard line between the hashes as Oakland moves left to right. 6:22 to play in the third. Oakland leads 28-7. Here's Morris in motion from left to right. Gets up to the 50-yard line. Now the 49-yard line of Blackman and picks up that first bank first down. Wilkerson on the tackle. First Bank, by the way, is a customer-driven bank dedicated to providing first-class financial advice and solutions. That's First Bank.
That Hendersonville-Siegel game is
Yes.
a good one going on right now, too.
14-14, that was a halftime score. I'm sure they're in the third quarter by now. Got a few more updates on my phone I can give you. Coming here right side is Jones, and Jones going to be ridden down after picking up 3 yards. And I think that was Rodney Irvin. Going to the fourth quarter in that Riverdale-Rockvale game, running clock there. So they're in the fourth quarter, still 41-0, and Smyrna tacked on a field goal. So it's now 9-0.
Well, in that game, that might be enough.
Yeah, Danny kind of talked about 2 scores, and that's with 6:29 to play in the third. Got a whistle here. See what this is about. And another new score, 13-7. Stewart's Creek, by the way, over Cane Ridge. This is offsides against Oakland on that. Cane Ridge takes advantage of a turnover to tie it, and then at halftime, it was a pass to Otay. Creek scores 14-13. That was the update. They scored to answer. Long pass caught. 20-15 down at the 10-yard line. And I'm telling you what, Patrick Freeman hurled it downfield to Bronson Crisp on his first catch of the night. Just his 7th catch on the season for 38 yards coming into this game, so that's the longest reception for him on the year. Fernandez on the tackle. It's 1st and goal from the 10-yard line now for the Oakland Patriots.
Again, they run the ball, and then bam, they throw one.
Sophomore Patrick Freeman has Jones on his right hip. They give it to Jones on the inside counter, and he's going to rumble across the 5 to the 4-yard line before being pushed back, but they're going to give him forward progress. The ball squirts loose late, but the play had already been blown dead. Oakland's wing T looking pretty good, John. I mean, getting holes left and right. You never know who's, and then they throw in that pass, you know?
Yeah, then a score here is just going to be really, really tough for Blackman. I know there's a quarter left, but, boy, you get in that far down from them, and then you start have to throw the ball all over the place.
We've only got 3:50 left in the third. Oakland's controlled the time of possession easily tonight. Power I backfield for the Patriots. The give to Jones. Jones dances, prances, hurdles, and in. Touchdown from the 4. Had to wait for a second, but it's another touchdown. Jones, touchdown pass.
Well, they just did what Oakland does, man. They just dominated the time and ran the ball, and then they had that one big pass play, and then set up a couple of runs, and boom, they're in.
Toots touchdown for the Oakland Patriots to take the lead 34-7 with the extra point upcoming after the Toots touchdown. Don't forget, Toots open after the game tonight. Enjoy some celebratory wings. Why not? Extra point is up and good by Taylor, and your new score, Oakland 35, Blackman 7 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Since 1966, Vans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. Alton and Jason Fan are there to ensure quality to every customer, even showing up on site. Vans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court near the county school board offices. They ask that you stop by or call 615-893-7930. That's 615-893-7930. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Vans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Vans will be there with trained technicians. Vans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Vans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Vans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight is brought to you by, guess who? Good neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, located at 803 North Thompson Lane near the Medical Center Parkway. That's State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, 615-895-2700.
Ryan Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards here. There was a penalty after, I guess it was unsportsmanlike against the Blaze. Had to be, because Oakland is going to kick off at the Blackman 45.
Well, that's all they needed.
To the Blaze, yeah. Well, if you were taking bets on whether this will be a touchback or not with Jacob Taylor, you give him all of this. Who knows? Don't know if he's going to short kick it or not. He is not. and the field goal is good. He kicked it through the uprights. Yeah. So that would have been a 55-yard field goal had it not been the kickoff there. He's got a super leg.
That didn't count. He had a tee.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that helps, doesn't it?
He's got a leg, though.
Coming into this game, 23 kickoffs and 17 were touchbacks. 35-7 Oakland. And if you're Blackman and a young team, you don't want to hang your head here. Try to find some positives coming out of this game, because this is most likely going to be your toughest region opponent. If the past 6 years says anything or so, that Oakland has won the region. Here's Gregory. Quick pass left side to Bigelow. Shakes off a guy and gets up to the 26-yard line. That was a nice little juke move there. Squeeze out a few extra yards for the senior, Alex Bigelow.
You know, they did that during part of the second quarter, and it was really effective for them.
Ellison made the tackle for Oakland. They're going to send two wides near side, one on the far side and tight end Lee over there as well. Pass in the flat to Perkins, and Perkins going to be slung down at the 25-yard line for a loss of a yard.
I think if he had to do that again, he would have tried to make a cut to the inside rather than try to sweep it to the outside.
The Rockville Rockets do get on the scoreboard on a quarterback keeper, but they missed the PAT. So it's 41-6. Riverdale over Rockville with 9:26 to play in the fourth. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Ooh, pass in traffic, and it's bobbled around and thankfully dropped, if you're a Blackman fan, intended for Dante Coleman. That was pretty dangerous.
Yeah, again, 3 and out here, and with 2:11 to go in the third, Oakland's going to get it in pretty good field position too.
They always seem to somehow muster off great field position, and, you know, didn't hurt kicking off from the 45 and a touchback, and they only get 5 yards, so that's how they flip the field on you. This kick is going to sail out of bounds at the 35-yard line, so that's where Oakland will have it. Leading here 35-7 with a minute 45, make that a minute 46 to play in the third quarter.
What I like about Oakland too, you hardly ever see them running anything back, especially if they know they've got good field position. They play smart, and that's a big key to their success too.
They don't gamble on trying to run it back and picking up a ball that's could be a tricky bounce.
Got the ball at the 35 with a minute 46 to go in the third, and Brian, I think they're going to keep doing what they've been doing and try to run the football.
Had great success with that tonight, and some very timely passes. And sophomore Patrick Freeman guiding the Blaze at quarterback. I'm sorry, the Patriots at quarterback, and finds Morris. Morris 45, and now turns it up at the 48-yard line before it took 2 players to muscle him down. That's about a 14-yarder, I think.
You know, that play there, he was so open, but Blackman really did a pretty good job of closing the gap there, holding him to 14 yards. They converged on him pretty quickly. First down, however.
The MTCS game is at halftime, 42-6. Cougars up on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Oakland at their 49, 1st and 10 after the First Bank first down. Here's Morris on the delay handoff, and that was just trying to plow the road there. Gets to the 48 and a couple of yards.
He gets those hard yards. He's going to wind up with probably about 100 yards rushing, but, well, he hammers you.
Carson made the tackle for the Blackman Blaze. Second down now. 45 seconds. The play clock is off. So I'm wondering if some of that delay earlier was that the play clock was not at the right time. because it took forever between plays. I think that was maybe part of it. 26 seconds, maybe the last play of the quarter. Boy, a high pass, but Chris brings it down quickly and going to be dropped at the 45-yard line. Pass was complete, but Crisp had to go up high for it, 6 yards. Third down and 4, but they're not going to get the playoff before the end of the quarter. Going to the fourth, Oakland leads Blackman 35-7 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com, 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
Every team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-893-1417. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
Each team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-895-2700, and I can save you time and money.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part by the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Brian, John, and Rod here with you tonight from Oakland High School. Running right side is Kalijah King, and King going to cross the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Big run there for King of 13 yards. First chance to see him, and Carson making the tackle, but John, now Oakland's got some fresh legs with some of the second string guys. I know King plays a lot of defense.
Well,
but
that's what I was going to say. It's just some fresh legs in there, and you can tell when he spurted down there for a 13-yard gain. Another first down. That's 6 in this half.
It's 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the 32-yard line of Blackman. Oakland scores here. We'll have a running clock. They're still 32 yards away, though. Back to pass Freeman. Lofts it softly to Morris. Morris 30, 25, 20, 15, and down at the 12, I think. They may give him the 10. He did roll to the 10-yard line. It's going to be a 20-yard run. There is a flag on the play, however, and it's a chop block against the Patriots.
Well, that screen was set up perfectly. I hate chop blocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think they're the most unnecessary thing you can do.
Let's see. Score update. Hendersonville, 21-21. Officially, that's a block below the waist, but it's a chop block. Looks like Hendersonville took a 21-14 lead, and then Siegel responds with a 50-yard touchdown pass to tie it, 21-21, 2:21 to play in the third quarter. That game's going to be tight until the end, isn't it?
Well, they're probably their toughest opponent, considering it's being on the road.
Yeah. After the official pointed at Oakland, but it is against Blackman.
Yep.
So 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Little flip under to King running again. He's going to muscle his way down to about the 2. Well, I may have seen that wrong. Looks like the 4, so give him a yard. No, let's split the middle. 2nd and goal from the 3.
Man, I wish you'd make up your mind.
I know. Sorry. Glad you write in pencil, huh? McGaffey on the tackle for Blackman. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line, and Oakland has Morris in at Wildcat. No, I see Patrick Freeman there, so he's on the left hip of Freeman. Morris waits on a hole to open up, pushes, keeps the legs churning, and is going to be stopped So it's 3rd and goal now.
Good play by Blackman that time, and boy, Morris was putting every move he could think of to try to get into that end zone, but they held firm.
We're in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal now from the 2. So we've gotten, Oakland has gotten a yard on the previous 2 plays. And it's 3rd down. Freeman. He has Tutt in the backfield with him. And then King is one of the receivers along with Bandy. They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on a hold, bounces it outside, now turns it up and in there. Touchdown. Oakland Patriots. Nice running by Craig Tutt.
That was pretty close. He barely squeezed in there. Got the score.
Well, he eluded a couple of defenders. I thought Blackman played that pretty well defensively. But Oakland still punches it in for the Toots touchdown. Toots Good Food and Fun with locations on Broad and South Church and Highway 96 in Murfreesboro and Smyrna on Sam Ridley Parkway. Taylor for point. It is up and it is good. With 9:25 to play in the ball game, 42-7, Oakland Patriots lead the Blackman Blaze on State Farm Prep Sports.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
The Blue Raider fan source for officially licensed Middle Tennessee gear is Raider Tees. T-shirts, caps, sweats in all sizes, designs, colors, children's to plus sizes. Raider Tees has decals and license plates to show everyone your favorite team. Plus, check out their wide selection of Blue Raider art, jewelry, even golf tee markers. Show your Blue Raider pride with the largest selection of Blue Raider merchandise anywhere by shopping Raider Tees, 910 Ridgely Road, just before the bridge over Broad behind Chewy's.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back here and ready for the Jacob Taylor kickoff. Brian, John, Rod here with you tonight on State Farm Prep Sports. Oakland Patriots now leading 42-7, so we will see a running clock here. And this kick is going to be returnable from the 1. Some room on the left side of that line for Jaden Guy, and Guy to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, and that's either a yard marker or a flag that flew out there. I think it's a flag, and it's going to be a hold against the Blaze. John, they have one of the better returns on the night, and they get a penalty.
Yeah. Well, he was able to cut out to the outside, and I imagine the block was what enabled him to get out there.
You know, Blackman has played pretty well tonight. They have turned the ball over one time, but they just can't seem – they've had some untimely penalties, and you just can't make those kind of mistakes against Oakland.
No, well, 28 unanswered points by Oakland since it was 14-7.
This clock's going to go pretty fast here now with a running clock and a 35-point lead for Oakland. Gregory on the 1st and 20. Lofts it here left side and incomplete. Really nobody to throw it downfield to, and does attempt to get it to Jacob Vest. I'm sorry, Jack Vest.
Blackman has 5 yards passing in the second half. And let's see, 32, 40, 32, 42 maybe yards on the ground. That kind of tells the tale.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? 2nd and 10. Got one game that just went final. I'll tell you about it after this play. 3 wide here to the right. It's going to be a draw play and really nowhere to go. I don't know if Perkins is still out there or not. It was not Perkins. That was Jabari Kemp, number 27. Johnson on the tackle. Third down and 11. And that game that went final, by the way, is Riverdale defeating Rockvale 41-6. And Riverdale moves to 1-0 in region play. Rockvale drops to 0-1. Third and 11. Stop, planning, and Gregory. Long pass downfield, well into Oakland territory and falls incomplete. Jaden Guy was the intended receiver.
I stand incorrect, too. 11 yards rushing for Blackman.
Gregory kind of displayed a little arm right there, didn't he? About 50 yards, Rod tells me.
I'd say we're going to see some substitutions.
Yeah, we've seen a few already for Blackman and now Oakland when they get the ball back on offense. There's Gregory with the punt. He's going to take a nice bounce. Picked up by the Patriots inside the 40. And that's Kalijah King, and King gets to the 40-yard line, and 40-yard line of Blackman. So good field position for the Oakland Patriots. There is another flag on the play, however, right at the 50. Collier on the tackle, holding against Oakland. Well, Kevin Wright says it's a block in the back. There's an Oakland fan that does not agree. Horse manure, he called it.
Yes. Well, at least he said that.
Yeah. Ball at the 40-yard line now. Trying to read some of these Oakland numbers.
My biggest goal tonight is to get out of the Oakland parking lot without hitting a fence.
Well, that's true. It's kind of a maze. It's crazy here. Kenny Gregory, the junior running back, is on the right hip of quarterback here. Comes here to the near side and out of bounds. And it's still Freeman in at quarterback, picks up 3 yards. Reason I hesitated, I didn't know whether they were subbing. Some good experience for the sophomore quarterback, Patrick Freeman, who was called into duty really in that first game when Kyler Creasy went down with a collarbone injury. 4:38, clock melting away here in this one. And running from right to left and now turning it up just past the left guard is Kenny Gregory. Going to get just a few to break it third down. Picks up 4. Third and short, though. Need to get the ball to the 50 and the ball at the 48, so 2 yards to go.
What about another first down in this game's history?
Carruthers with another tackle for the Blaze. Hendersonville scores. They take a 28-21 lead, 10 minutes to go. That game in the fourth quarter. Come on, Stars. They've had an answer every time. King in motion from left to right. The give is to Gregory, and he gets to the 49.5, but needed to get to the 50, so he's going to be about a half yard short. Oliveri on the tackle. Trying to get the scoreboard updated. I didn't like typing that 28-21 Hendersonville. Fourth down and inches. I mean, it's at the 49.5, and they need to get it to the 50. On fourth down, showing they're going for it here. Whistle and timeout taken with 3:08 to play. We're going to come back. Oakland leads 42-7 on State Farm Prep Sports in the fourth.
For almost 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been helping local businesses with their banking needs. Hi, I'm Justin Burris, commercial banker at the 1708 Gateway Boulevard location. Let us show you how easy it is to do business with a true community bank. Local people making local decisions for our friends and neighbors like you. First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 401715.
Mills Family Pharmacy has served Murfreesboro and surrounding communities for nearly 2 decades, and we do more than just filling prescriptions. If you have questions about medications, we can help.
If a particular medicine needs to be compounded, can you do that?
Absolutely. Compounding gives pharmacists like Chad Mills or Craig Buckner the ability to produce a unique dosage, preservative-free and sugar-free if needed.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toot South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Visit millsfamilypharmacy.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back here on State Farm Prep Sports. 4th and inches for Oakland. They get the first down, barely. Elijah King on the carry. He was bounced down pretty quick. Irvin on the tackle. Got a flood of scores in now. Smyrna now leads 16-0 over Laverne. And one final, Eagleville 35, Huntland nothing. Final score, happy homecoming there. And Stewart's Creek is now up 21-13. Gerald Watson with a pick six of 68 yards to give Stewart's Creek the 21-13 lead in the third. Here, after the First Bank first down, it's 1st and 10 for the Oakland Patriots. Flip up to King, who's in motion from right to left, turns it up past the numbers and ridden out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. I think they're going to put him out of bounds at around the 46. It doesn't matter. There's a hold against Oakland. So all of that's going to come back this way. We've seen several penalties in tonight's game. Holding against the Patriots. And that puts the ball back at their 41-yard line.
The defense dominance in this second half by Oakland and the ball domination. 11 yards rushing in the second half and 5 yards passing for Blackman in the second half. Next one.
1st and 10. Minute 12. Oakland's just kind of waiting around, not in a real hurry to do anything.
Once they got that first down a minute or two ago, it just pretty much took the game over.
Dashed any hopes of having to turn the football over. 2nd down and 30, make that 23. 2nd and 23, and Oakland going to take a knee, does Patrick Freeman. And 42 seconds, clock running. There's one thing I meant to mention tonight, since Blackman fans are listening in. Blackman baseball coach Barry Vetter is going to be an assistant coach at Lane College, and so he has resigned. He was at Smyrna for many years, then Blackman for many years, actually coached Sonny Gray at Smyrna. So we'll miss Barry. Wish him well. Oakland's got to snap it one more time, I think. And there they do, and there's the knee. And you got a final here tonight. Oakland Patriots dominating win here in the first game of region play. Defeat the Blackman Blaze by a final score of 42-7. When we come back, we'll have your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show, and lots of information coming up on that, stats, replays, some calls to other games like Smyrna Laverne and Riverdale Rockvale to get some recaps on those. Our game coverage tonight brought to you by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents to full body work, trust Jeff and Kyle Bowen to do the job right. They're located on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. A timeout. John and Rod will join us on the air for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show coming up next.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't, because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
It's not just a home or a car. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack. We see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Give me a call at 615-900-0877 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
Renters, when you combine State Farm auto and renter's insurance, you save an average of $642. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I'm ready to help you combine auto and renter's insurance and save. Call me at 615-459-2683.
Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
Man, I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony, then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do, but your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Does being a caregiver for your loved one wear you out? Then Arosa Care is here to help. Arosa has an experienced team of caregivers and licensed care managers who help families make educated decisions regarding the aging process. This is Erin Keogh Rankin. Let me help you. Call us at 615-848-6774 or find us at arosacare.com.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com. 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Back here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, well, they service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call 615-890-1311 or check them out online at PrenticeAllsup.com. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, they're on West College Street, and boy, do we really appreciate them and their many, many, many years of helping us out here on game coverage, and of course the title sponsor of the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. We've done that show for 30 years, and John, I think we may be at 20 years with Prentice Allsup Heating and Air being the title sponsor. Mullins Jewelry, when they were on the square, was the first. So,
yeah,
it's good to have folks like that for sure. We've got a report coming up. Clark Blair joining us with the Dr. Automotive post-game recap here of the game which saw the Riverdale Warriors defeat the Rockville Rockets by a final of 41-6. And Clark, Riverdale kind of banked up all of their points early, didn't they? Clark, are you with us?
I got you. You got me, Brian?
Oh, I got you now. There we go. All right.
Hey, yeah, not a whole lot happened in the second half over here at Riverdale. Mayhew with a 3-yard run kept Riverdale from having the shutout. Final score 41-6. Looks like Riverdale is definitely ready for region play.
Well, I was just talking to Rod a second ago, and I heard him mention on the Thursday show last night how big that was for Rockville to win last week against Stewart's Creek. And here they not only have Riverdale tonight and lost a tough one, their next opponent next week is Oakland, who just defeated Blackman tonight. So it doesn't get easier for the Rockets. I'm sure that's you know, last week they really needed that in the worst way. Well, I've lost Clark again there. I'm not sure. We'll try to get him back on the horn here. May have bad.
Maybe he's in Bell Buckle already.
I was just going to say he's probably on the road in Bell Buckle, or driving on the road there.
Watch the railroad tracks at Bell Buckle. I heard about a guy that ran a truck over it one time.
Siegel, by the way, let me give you an update on that. It was Hendersonville driving, and Siegel with an interception, 5:44 to go, so Siegel's got the ball. And after the pick. And in the third quarter, it's MTCS 49, Webb 6. And again, that's in the third quarter on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Now let's go back to Clark. John says you're driving through Bell Buckle. I don't know. Is that right?
No, sir. I'm still at Tomahawk Stadium. I'm waiting for everybody to leave the parking lot. And, John, be careful. Please don't hit the fence if you on the way out of Oakland.
Oh, gosh. If I go to Riverdale, I'm going to hit a mound.
You got that right, because there's a mess everywhere. But, hey, like you said, Brian, playing Riverdale tonight, then going to Oakland is not an easy task for Rockville as far as their confidence is concerned.
Well, more about Riverdale. They played a heck of a game tonight, and Rod also mentioned about their schedule, and was it worth playing those tough first 4 games and then going into region play? It looks like yes.
Well, I talked to Coach Kreisky as he walked off the field. He's very happy with how they've come back tonight. He was a little worried, I think, after that tough defeat last week, but they came out and played really well.
Well, the Riverdale Warriors next week will be at Coffee County, and chance to probably fairly easily go 2-0 in the region.
Well, I mean, I think Coffee County started to struggle, as you've seen, and Riverdale definitely wants to go 2-0 in the region to start the season.
Well, Clark, I appreciate the updates.
Before he goes, hey, Clark.
Yes, sir.
Hey, tell your lovely wife to give me a call this weekend.
Give you a call. I'll do it.
Can I do that on a football game?
Well,
okay.
You just did. So
he just did, whether you want him to or not. All right, I got you.
I need to ask her a question.
All right, we can do it.
Okay.
Hey, I got an update on Hendersonville Siegel 28-21. I know you've been in contact with Larry Creasy, so that's what we've got. But Siegel intercepted Hendersonville, so 5 minutes and 85 yards to go. So we'll see if the Stars can do that. And appreciate
Stars.
those updates, too. Yep. All right, Clark, thank you very much. Dr. Automotive post-game report from Clark Blair. And let's go to Danny Brewer. Danny's been keeping an eye on Smyrna and Laverne. And last score I got from you was 16-0. Is that still the case out there, Danny?
Yeah, 16-0. Smyrna's got the ball, 6:23 and counting in the fourth quarter. 2 Laverne turnovers in the second half have led to 10 Bulldog points. And Smyrna's just trying to kind of run the football and run the clock out. Laverne just had a scoring opportunity. Another Wolverine mistake. Bad snap on 4th and short, and they turned the ball over on down. So now Smyrna has got the ball like that. They're just trying to kind of eat a little clock and run this thing out. It's 5:50 now, under 6 minutes left to go. 16-0 Smyrna.
Well, it looks like that streak is going to continue, Danny. And, I know Smyrna fans and a lot of people really kind of circle that Laverne game because it's been your biggest rival for years. And I guess despite how many wins and losses you have, it's always nice to pick up a victory on a game like that.
Well, without question, because the whole thing is, especially this year, Smyrna coming in the game 0-4, man, that doggone throat's swelling up a little bit when you come to this game because you don't want to be the team that loses to Laverne. Is what that's the whole thing for Smyrna. You don't want to be that team that loses to Laverne. So a lot of pressure on the Bulldogs tonight, but they have found a way to like I said, to get it done. They haven't played especially well, but they're up 16-0, and that's what counts the most.
And that's pretty big to get a region win before you go into the game at McGavock next week. And it's going to be another tough one, but this building blocks. You win this one, maybe you can start a win streak here.
Well, that's it. It's a start a streak. You got it. You got to get that first one.
Well, all right. Appreciate it, Danny. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, guys. And I don't know. So my question is, hey, will you tell Clark to have his wife call me too?
Sure, why not?
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night. See y'all in the morning.
Trying to cut him off. Okay?
Yeah, out of here. Bring in the meat hook. That's Danny Brewer, Dr. Automotive. The cure for your car. Randy Brewer, the real brains behind the operation.
Really?
That's Danny's brother. Anyway.
Randy.
Yeah,
Randy
I said Randy.
Yeah.
The real brains.
Well, and the brawn.
Yes. And they've been providing ASE certified auto repair for many, many years. Foreign and domestic auto repair, you can't go wrong. They'll treat you right at Dr. Automotive, Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna. All right, John, we've gotten a couple of updates. I'll work on the scoreboard to get a few more finals and things in, and fingers crossed for Siegel. But we turn it over to you here on the postgame show.
All right, it's time for our Sir Pizza replays. And we start out with Oakland with 10:45 to go in the first quarter, a 13-yard run by Ashton Jones.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Freeman and Bullard moves to the left side of the line to open up a wide opening for Ashton Jones for his 8th touchdown of the year. Patriots strike first.
Well, that left side really opened up a hole for him, and he was just wide open, nothing but daylight for the touchdown. That made it 7-0 Oakland. The extra point was good. Oakland scored again with 3:30 to go in the first. This time, an 8-yard run by Morris.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Morris driving, goes right side, weaves in and out, and is going to be in there. Touchdown Patriots from the 8-yard line.
Well, that was some nice run there. He kind of shake and bake a little bit and got in there for the touchdown. Nice run. 14-0 Oakland. The Blackman got on the scoreboard, though, with 1:50 to go in the first. This time, a connection from Gregory to Carson.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Here's Gregory, steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and it is caught in zone. Ethan Carson, touchdown on 4th down.
Great throw, nice route, touchdown. They needed it badly. At that point, Blackman looking pretty good, only down by 7, but Oakland scored with 4:51 to go in the second period on a 1-yard run by Freeman, and then they scored again as they started the second half. 7:52 to go here in the third quarter, a 4-yard run by Morris.
Sir Pizza game replays.
From the 4, and it's Morris in the Wildcat, hurdles a couple of guys and easily dances into the end zone from 4 yards away. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, you almost could predict that was going to happen there, as long as they didn't turn the ball over. They've been running the football all night, and another nice run there for the score. And this was the third score of a 28-point run, this time a 4-yard run again by Jones.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Power I backfield for the Patriots. The give to Jones. Jones dances, prances, hurdles, and in. Touchdown from the 4. Had to wait for a second, but it's another touchdown Jones, touchdown Pats.
Well, they just did what Oakland does, man. They just dominated the time and ran the ball, and then they had that one big pass play and then set up a couple of runs, and boom, they're in. And finally, the final score came with 9:28 to go in the game, a run by Greg Tutt.
Sir Pizza game replays.
They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on a hole, bounces it outside, now turns it up, and in there, touchdown. Oakland Patriots. Nice running by Craig Tutt.
That was pretty close. He barely squeezed in there, got the score. You know, that was, I guess Tutt will go to Pizza Hut tonight after the game. Okay, anyway, 42-7 was the final score, and those are your Sir Pizza replays.
We do it your way, Sir Pizza.
That's your Sir Pizza game replays. Be sure to check out WGNSSports.com for the podcast of the game and Sir Pizza for your next family night. Serving since 1965 with the best pizza in Rutherford County. They're ready to feed your hungry family on Memorial Boulevard, South Church at Veterans Parkway, and on East Main Street. Sir Pizza, good to the very edge.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Time for our stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. And Rod, you've got all the defensive stats for us.
Yes.
Really? Oh. Maybe not. No, you're right. And let's take a look at the offensive stats. Not a lot to talk about with Blackman, but had a great effort. 11 carries, 34 yards for Caden Perkins. And Gregory was 9 of 22 for the game for 101 yards. Blackman 32 total rushing for the game. They passed for 101 for 133 yards. Tip of cap to the Oakland Patriots there. For Oakland, 1 yard, 1 carry for Patrick Freeman, 16 carries, 101 yards for Ashton Jones. Morris was 13 carries for 73 yards. Kenny Gregory, 2 carries, 7 yards. Craig Tutt came in, did a good job, 5 carries, 39 yards, and 3 carries, 16 yards for Kalijah King. Patrick Freeman for the game, 5 of 8 for 105 yards. Oakland rushed for 237 in the game, 105 in the air, for a total of 342. And those are our stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, and Winners Trophies. Roger, last thoughts of the game before I turn it back to Brian. And, you know, Rod, the thing about the Blackman fumble, it was only 1 turnover in the game for them, but the fact it may not have made any difference in the score in the game, but it did in the score and the clock running, and so it was big in that way, I guess. So, all right, we turn it back over to Brian Barrett. Rod, good job, and Brian, wrap things up.
All right, the news isn't great coming out of Hendersonville. They had the Stars stopped on 4th and 5 at the 25 and take over on downs, and there's only 1:03 left. So it looks like Hendersonville is going to squeak out the victory over the Siegel Stars tonight as we begin to take a look at your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard here this evening. And looks like, yes, 3 timeouts left, so Siegel can take some timeouts, but they may have a little bit of time and a shot, but we shall see. So that game, along with the Smyrna-Laverne game, are the only 2 that are still in progress. Smyrna leading 16-0 over Laverne, and that one getting close to the end there. We also have a final score tonight. Cane Ridge losing to Stewart's Creek by a final of 28-13. 28-13. Javarian Otey with 5 carries for 24 yards. These stats look a bit incomplete here for Stewart's Creek that I was sent maybe. But looks like Mason Moss had a big catch for 24 yards in the game. Yeah, Kenny Jordan had a 90-yard touchdown in the second quarter. And Otey with a 38-yard rushing touchdown in the third. So they did run the ball very well, and Jordan had another 25-yard touchdown run. So that's a look at a few of the stats in that game. A big victory for Stewart's Creek over Cane Ridge. Also, finals now for you that we've got your in-progress games going. Oakland, of course, a winner over Blackman, 42-7, as the Patriots defeat the Blackman Blaze here in the first game of region play. It was also Riverdale defeating Rockvale 41-6. It was 41-0 Riverdale at halftime, and they were able to take it on home with a running clock in that second half. And it looks like Hendersonville is in victory formation now, by the way. Also a final score tonight. It was Eagleville on their happy homecoming defeating the Huntland Hornets 35-0. Very nice win for the Eagles and Coach Floyd Walker. And that's the final. So we've got 4 finals and 3 games still in progress. MTCS handily ahead of Webb 56-6. That game in the fourth quarter. And it is a final score just in. Hendersonville defeats Siegel by a final of 28-21. All right, that gets you up to date on all of the scores tonight. You can find that on our website, WGNSsports.com, by the way. You can check out the scoreboard there, as well as all kinds of sports news and information. Also, want to remind you that Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner hits the air at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's Riverdale, Smyrna, Blackman in the first 45 minutes. Then we'll have Laverne. That'll be followed by the Oakland Patriots and Stewart's Creek, then Rockvale, Siegel, and Eagleville, then MTCS Cougar Corner around 10:15 or so. So be sure to tune in. Tomorrow, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders home opener at 4:30 pregame, 6 o'clock kickoff as they host Murray State. We'll have the game on radio for you, and take your radios to the games. You can listen in there. And next Friday night, we will be at Rockvale as the Rockets welcome Oakland in region play. Well, that's going to do it here tonight. For my broadcast partners, John Dinkins and Rod Edwards, and our producer tonight, Jackson Smith, I'm Brian Barrett, saying so long here from Ray Hughes Stadium in Oakland High School. Again, our final score, 42-7. Oakland Patriots, the victor over the Blackman Blaze. So long until the next time we meet at the game.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, streaming at WGNSsports.com, on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.
We now return to regular programming on News Radio WGNS.